Everyone gains 1 point of DM inspiration to begin the game, everyone. That's our first point of business. Our second point of business, to help us get into character and to give you all valuable resources, is our Faxpiration question. Our Faxpiration question for tonight, which everyone will get the opportunity to answer. How did you get caught? How did you end up in the prison that you are currently rotting in? So let us begin, and I'm going to pick randomly here by looking at my player sheet, with Kiryu. Kiryu, how did you get caught?
Well, Kiryu has spent a good portion of his life being the right-hand man to the head of the Dojima crime syndicate. And he was brought up along with his good friend Nishiki, who served pretty much under him as lieutenant, and they've been like this for quite some time, very good friends. And at one point, the head of the Dojima family had wanted to form a truce with a rival family. Sent Nishiki to sort of feel things out, see what it was. This rival boss was insulted that the head of the family wouldn't meet himself, and after throwing several insults at the boss, someone who both Kiryu and Nishiki felt was very much like a father, Nishiki killed him in a rage, but then realized the enormity of what he did and called Kiryu to confess. And Kiryu's like, this soft boy is not going to survive prison. You get out of there, I'll take the fall. So that's what he did. He stood there, waited for the cops, and pled guilty. And as far as he is aware, because he hasn't heard any communication from Gang, is that Nishiki is hopefully still alive and kicking, and he basically is hoping that when he gets out, he'll be able to find out what happened, and hopefully the family will appreciate what he did. Because
I hope so too. Well, excellent. Well, then we need to give our friend Kiryu a point of Faxpiration for answering our question. Thank you, Kiryu. And welcome, Max. I hope that the storm allows you to continue to play.
Yeah, I'm here. Hi, how's it going?
It's going very well. All right, so we have given a Faxpiration point to Kiryu. Thank you. Let us continue to Dimitri, or should I say, Dreamshade.
I was arrested for immigration. Because I'm going to up the stereotypical trope as much as possible.
Oh my gosh, so when you came into the United States, they just pilfered you right away?
Well, that, and I may have wrote a few bad checks and held up a few jewelry stores, but I think mostly it was the immigration thing.
I'm going to offer a second Faxpiration point to everyone as well, if you guys wish to answer this. Do you have a nemesis that you are wishing to get back at when you get out of the prison that you have been put in? We can go back around if everyone would like the opportunity to answer that, or if you have an answer now, Dreamshade, you can answer
Actually, yes, I do. There was someone that was in the prison with me, which, when I tell you, it may make little sense because, that was a woman and this was not a, mixed gendered prison, but, for the humor, you just have to bypass that. But yes, her name was Martha. She was a hardened criminal. She got all the special favors and treatment because she was some sort of star on TV. I hated her.
Oh no. Not Martha.
Yes.
Okay.
Martha Stewart, you will be mine.
Yep.
I can see it now.
I'm just trying to break Lex. I'm sorry.
Her sitting across from you in that cell and saying, "Hey, bitch, give me them cigs." I can hear it in her little voice.
Yes, she would never share her recipe for her quiche either.
Mm, mm.
You're gonna have to come over here and learn, motherfucker. I'll show you how to roll these cigarettes.
Excellent. All right. Well, let us continue. Thank you, Dreamshade. Let us go up to Kilgorath, or should I say, Razor.
Okay. So Kelgaroth is a pretty dark individual, like in a sense that he lives a very stoic, brutal, and objectively evil lifestyle. He essentially trains day and night and prepares himself to slay anyone who ever might become a threat to him. And his goal essentially is to become the deadliest weapon there is in the world and make sure that there is no one in the world that can potentially kill him. So it's kind of a philosophical pursuit for him. Now, the way it got back at him was that on one of his jobs or challenges that he went when he went after a particularly hard target, he ran into a rival of his who was essentially following a similar kind of magical pact, if you will. And they, of course, couldn't decide who would get the target, so they decided to duke it out. And once it was very violent, the target didn't survive in the all of the violence that ensued. But most, perhaps comedically, neither did either of the rivals, Kelgorath included. They both knocked each other unconscious. And the only reason he stands here alive today is because the guards that rushed to the scene got to him first, and the rival didn't make it.
Oh my gosh.
And that's how he got caught and, I guess, brought to the US. Now, in terms of does he have a rival or a person he wants to get at? In a sense, yes. He always has a target, but right now he doesn't know their name yet. He has to learn of them or meet them and hear their whisper of their name in his dreams before he knows who to go after.
And who knows, you might hear their name here in the next few minutes. Perfect. Well, you have earned Factspiration. Next up, let us go to Wick.
Hi, I'm Wick. Wick is an illegal experiment. Our subject ARS-01N. He escaped his creators and retreated to the woodlands, surviving as a wild animal. But the problem is that he was augmented so that he sets fires. And after getting caught a lot of times by local rangers, after setting a lot of fires, he went to the city and he made friends with the local thieves gang. They liked how he set fires and he could dodge real quick and be real stealthy. But in his travels of being a thief, he encountered the same laboratory that made him, and he stole an experimental project known as the Sparkbots. And unfortunately, because they enjoyed his warm interior, they created a symbiotic relationship. I don't know what that word means. Gaining a reputation as a spontaneous arsonist, talented hacker, and explosive broker. I spend most of my times exploding ATMs because they're just they got the voices in my head. I don't like them.
And off topic, he was also known as the Candlestick Killer, but for some reason he has no idea. He's never really killed, to his knowledge, people.
And I was setting the fire to a bank, and the government, they caught me. And I got put in a box and wrapped up, and my bugs are gone. You don't know where they are.
And that's Wick.
I love that. Now, does Wick have a rival that we should know about?
What's a rival?
It's okay.
What's
I can
that?
share Martha Stewart with you.
What's her Stewart? Do I burn her? Does she burn real good?
I hope so.
Okay. I like things that burn.
But that's Wick. He's also a tiny little raccoon.
Excellent. Oh, I should have been doing this as we've been going here. Control Z. Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. I need to Shift Z Wick. We can put them up. Kelgaroth. Because we're doing kind of the Brady Bunch. Get to know everyone here.
Also, if I can real quick, I can go ahead and talk about Kiryu's sort of rival real quick.
Sure.
I would say probably his biggest rival would be an old sort of frenemy he had back in the clan, Kuze, bit of a older gentleman who was sort of jealous, seeing this Dragonborn being basically the personal chosen of the boss. Also, mainly because the Dojima clan is primarily elves, so seeing someone who isn't an elf, essentially having the boss's favor really got under his skin.
Mm.
Yeah.
And as we know, the elves in this world came from Asgard, or they could have came from Alfheim, or any of the other number of realms. So elves, 100% could have been here. Okay. Well, thank you. I need to give Wick a faxpiration. Last but certainly not least, Inferna.
Inferna is a ember sprite, a creature from the primordial plane of fire. So they are definitely extraterrestrial. They're, I guess this is OOC knowledge. So, they came searching for their liege / big sister, who was exiled from the elemental plane of fire. Feeling that whole judgment was completely unfair and bullshit, they went searching for them, finding a portal that would leave the elemental plane. It wasn't the right portal, not going to where they were hoping they would find this. Instead, it led them to Earth. When they got here, they were wildly confused and noticing that a lot of places and buildings are not made of metal and brass and iron, and was very curious as to how much heat they could stand up. And that led to a couple of forest fires that claimed about half of California. The news would say that, it was a baby reveal that went horribly wrong. It was a bad summer that year, but in truth, Inferna was captured and contained with the government not sure what to do with them, but seeing that there is a vast destructive potential within such a small body.
She sets fires too. I like her.
Excellent. Now, is there any rival that Inferna has that we should be aware of?
Probably not in this setting. If we were to go back to the elemental plane of fire, those that wronged her big sis would definitely be her rivals, but probably not.
Excellent.
Also her
Well,
image.
Okay, let me Shift and Z.
We weren't doing physical descriptions just yet, right?
Correct.
Okay.
All right. Well, everyone should have the power of Faxpiration now, and we should all be warmed up and ready. Now, is there any final questions before we begin?
I'm good.
Same here.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm good.
So, July 21st, 2023, Westchester County, New York, United States. Rain soaks the earth as the rumble of thunder shakes the sky. The moon is obscured by the dark clouds producing the storm. Our viewpoint focuses on the outside of Ravencroft Institute for the Mentally Insane. The air is thick with tension, the silence only broken by an echo of a scream or the clang of metal on metal. In the depths of the sanitarium, each of you have been locked away for your crimes. Your cell is cold, the hard floor is your bed, and the harsh fluorescent lights above you, your constant, unblinking companion. You are roused from your sleep, your meditation, or your midnight traditions. By the jackbooted, square-jawed orderlies
Oh my god.
that work in the sanitarium. Without a word, the guards pick you up, cuff you, and place a hood over your head and begin to lead you out of your cells. You can hear the stumbling footsteps of others sharing your fate as the unmistakable sound of shackled feet fills the air. It is not long before you are all ushered into a vehicle, and the rumble of an engine fills the air. When your hood is finally removed, you look around to see that you are in the cargo hold of a military airplane high above the ground. Propellers turning, lightning flashing in the windows, and thunder rumbling the metal tube that you have found yourself in.
Is there anybody close enough to bite?
Well, as you go to move your body to try to bite, you find that you are shackled to a seat.
I'd like to imagine that Wick is like is like a straitjacket with a muzzle.
Absolutely. Everyone, as you look around, this interior is cold and utilitarian. The place is filled with crates, equipment, and the hum of the plane itself. At the front of the hold stands a man, stern and unyielding, his gaze hard as he looks at each of you. Your hoods have been removed, and you have freedom to look around. So everyone, I would love if I could get an establishing shot of your characters, and let us start with Marcus's character.
I would say Kiryu's probably been mostly silent the entire time. He is sort of like taking in his surroundings and looking around. He's a gold dragonborn, and I would imagine it's a now. Were we allowed to have our own clothes, or were we given like standard uniforms?
So each of you has a standard gray, kind of blah type uniform that you might find in a mental institution. Each of you has been given a number that is on your uniform, and the very ugly like prison slip-on shoes as you stare around at everyone.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, you would see Kiryu has he's a gold dragonborn. You see he's got slick back hair, a little bit of well-trimmed beard. Most likely, work that he does himself. And he, even with the somewhat ill-fitting uniform, you can tell he is very well built around underneath it. and he just sort of looks at the man and just gives a soft nod.
The man would nod back to you, and as we have our establishing shot of Kiryu, let us get an establishing shot of Dreamshade as the camera pans to you.
As my dogs lose their shit. Sorry.
They smelled the raccoon.
Yeah, like
Get away! Get away!
so as the hood comes, I almost said shade, but as the hood comes off, you see a guy, pale skin, very, very light. He doesn't seem to get a lot of sun. Heavy stubble, that, carefully disheveled look that seems to take a lot of, products to make. But his hair just kind of not all in the right place, but somehow still all in the right place. And, no, I mean, good looking because it's a comic book, but not like, nothing that would turn too many heads. And his eyes, however, are a unnatural violet shade. But other than that, fairly, unremarkable.
Your beautifully coiffed hair rivals that of the man standing at the front of the room.
Yeah, he does look like a younger version of the guy in uniform.
Mm-hmm. Excellent.
Just paler.
Much paler, obviously. This guy definitely loves his trips to Florida, it appears like. Let us continue to get an establishing shot of Wick.
I would say that Wick at the moment is in a full straitjacket, but he is a literal raccoon. He's about like 2 foot. What did I establish? Like 2'8", 2'9", 2'8". He has like graying fur, the dark black, almost black ears, kind of jet black nose. I'm assuming he's not wearing his gear, so he just has like his straitjacket on. And then usually on his gray fur, the very tips of everything is like this purple. It almost looks like he doused himself in purple glitter, and he is just like wriggling against the straitjacket, like going crazy. What's my tail situation right now, Orf?
Your tail, they have tried their best to keep your tail contained because they know that your tail is a deadly weapon. So it is almost like tucked between your legs in such a way where it's not going to injure your tail, and it's almost put into your handcuffs have 3 cuffs, one for each hand and then one for your tail.
Okay. If you will allow, I'm gonna try
really
to
silly
shoot
thing.
some fire out of my tail.
Sure. You can attempt to.
And just like I try to, because he's like, where's my bugs? Where's my bugs? Where's my bugs? Fire! Fire!
Can
So-
someone give this anorexic panda a Valium?
Yeah, I try to shoot a firebolt out of my tail.
Okay, as you attempt to shoot a firebolt at your tail, it seems that they have gotten a full dossier on your abilities, and you do not need to roll for this, but your firebolt it seems to be aimed directly at your face, and we get a wily coyote. You have blasted like nose to the other side of the body type deal.
Warm, fire, fire, fire.
But yeah, he also has like jet red air. Like he has really red eyes. Like his sclera, I believe that's called, the white part of your eyes, is just very, very red, and his pupils are like almost like a blood-colored red. And one pupil is clearly larger than the other, and that's Wick.
Excellent. Well, last but certainly not least, can we get an establishing shot of Inferno?
So what you see in the cargo bay of this jet is actually a metallic contraption that seems to have shutters on it. When those are kind of adjusted so that the thing inside is able to see the rest of you, what you guys actually see is about a 3-foot tall creature that's kind of huddled over, uh, that seems to be made out of charcoal, but has just glowing embers for eyes, and they seem to be kind of clutching onto something metallic, but are just looking around, trying to get an assessment of where they are, who they are surrounded. But you can tell that this contraption, this enclosure, is being shut for right now.
Excellent. The man at the front of the plane steps out of the shadows a little bit, for enough for you to get a clear view of him. He speaks. My name is Colonel John Jameson of the United States Air Force. The United States government has selected me to lead you all on an important mission to subdue and capture a notorious serial killer. He leaves the air open for if anyone has a question.
Did we missed Alakir or Kilgrath.
Sorry, Calgarath. Calgarath, what's your establishing shot?
So Kelgarath, as the hood was removed from him, he kind of would crack his head to side, and like he has unusually like red skin as a token, and pretty long horns that curve over his head back, which probably meant he did not have a particularly comfortable time in that hood.
No, it did. No.
So like he kind of looks around, taking in the surroundings. His gaze kind of passes over the charcoal figure, the raccoon, without really acknowledging them. He then looks to Kiryu and actually seems to maybe recognize them, and he kind of just nods, passes over Dimitri, and then goes to this military-looking figure, and he just says, Sir, as I was telling the previous people, you can remove the magic collar. That guard had it coming. None of you are in danger, I promise. For now, at least.
Interesting proposal. The killer we are after, his name is Cletus Cassidy, also known in the news as Carnage. He looks around the room to see if there is any recognition on anyone's faces.
I would be pretty pissed too if my parents named me Cletus.
The military man says, I have been authorized to offer you a reduction in your prison sentences. If you accept this mission and successfully complete its objectives, your sentences will be reduced by 50%.
So what, I'm gonna serve half my life?
I'll leave the math to the administrators. Cassidy has been a blight on our country for too damn long. Many years ago, he bonded with an alien entity that has increased his physical capabilities to a superhuman level. Our orders are to capture both Cassidy and the alien alive.
Wait,
There's a very distinct sigh from Wick.
we don't even get to kill this thing.
That is correct. The orders from on high are to capture both the alien and the killer.
Kiryu will raise his slightly restrained hand.
Mm-hmm.
This is a very generous offer you're giving us. I wonder, though, why do you bring us into this and not have someone like, let's say, the Avengers or the X-Men go after this Carnage?
He looks to you and he says, I have been cleared to answer at least part of that question. The Avengers have their own political leanings and their own obligations to the public. You do not. You are all prisoners of the United States government, serving your sentences at Ravencroft. Therefore, it is our hope that your only obligation is to your own freedom. Am I wrong?
Seem to think it over for a moment and then just give a soft nod and then relax back into his seat.
Wick is just wiggling around, muttering crazy mutterings.
With the mention of freedom, little charcoal creature kind of crawls over to the one of the panes of their enclosure and just kind of places a slowly kind of crunching its claws against the glass.
Whoa, someone stayed at the barbecue too long.
We had to have one. We had to have one. The military man will look to you all and say, tell you the truth, I don't know why I have been selected for this mission, just that I have had experience dealing with those associated with the supernatural or with the extraterrestrial before. I have flown many missions to outer space and have had encounters with metahumans.
And you like long walks on the beach too, we get it.
I see. He coughs. We know Cletus has been holed up in West Virginia for the past few months. He is not exactly subtle. We've been given a golden opportunity. A retired member of the United States Army, Manuela Calderon, was the only survivor of Cassidy's killing spree at St. Estes Home for Boys. She is now a security consultant for Gray Ridge Mining Group, located in West Virginia. We will be broadcasting a news story about her and her triumphs on all of the local news and television channels as bait to lure Cassidy to the mine. He looks around to you all to give you an opportunity to say anything.
Just chaotic mutterings from Wick as he's wriggling.
Calveras just kind of nods in approval and says, clever.
Psychological profile on Cassidy is that he cannot let a job go unfinished. If he starts something, he has to see it through. That is one of his weaknesses. We have placed sonic cannons on site. When Cassidy makes their move on Manuela, we will blast him with cannons, subdue him, and capture him.
I take it Manuela is not actually on the site.
She is. We pleaded with her, if not implored her, to sit this one out. She said no. She also doesn't leave things unfinished.
Well, if you have this bait and you have these cannons, what do you need us for?
Your backup in case this plan fails, in case something goes awry. We need a response team, a strike team, and each of you brings something to the table that can act as a deterrent to Cassidy's powers.
Your backup plan is a briquette, a Hellboy reject, a anorexic panda who got into the craft supplies, and an iguana.
Kiryu will narrow his eyes and look over at you and be like, "What did you call me?"
Oh, sorry. A talking iguana.
You should be glad that I am restrained, human. Otherwise, I would scatter your pieces about the fuselage.
I see. Our words are to kill him. Or, I'm sorry, capture, because we don't kill, of course.
He looks around and he says, I did not select you all individually. Thy higher-ups did, but I have been briefed on your abilities. It is our understanding. Normal weaponry, bullets, grenades, most bombs, knives, and swords will do nothing to Cassidy and the alien he is bonded to. However, the alien has a certain weakness to high levels of heat and magnesium and to high vibration sonic weaponry. He looks to both Inferna and Wick as he says this.
Wick just is wriggling, not even paying attention, just hissing and
Fire, fire, fire! Where are my bugs? Bugs, bugs. I need my bugs. Bugs. Need them. Need them. They're lonely. Need them.
It is also our understanding, while Cassidy has incredible levels of superhuman strength, agility, and speed, his fighting abilities are average at best. Most of his power comes from the alien. So, by having you here, Kiryu, and you here, Kelgarath, we can be sure that even if he is overwhelming you with his athletic prowess or physical prowess, your skill with weaponry and martial arts should be enough to subdue, if not distract him, for the others to place the heat or the sonics on him necessary.
Makes sense. Though, out of professional curiosity, let's say, I can't imagine us taking these guys down while sitting strapped to chairs in a plane. At some point, you will have to let us out. Maybe even get us some equipment of ours. What's your failsafe?
You all will be freed and given your equipment, but it is in my notes here to mention, in case you get any wild ideas. When you were entered into Ravencroft during your initial physical screening, each of you, he sighs heavily, as if he's a good guy and he doesn't agree with this type of treatment. A chemical was introduced to your bodies during your physical. And he holds up a switch. If any of you gets a wild idea to escape, to kill one another, or to kill me, Manuela, or any of our teammates on site, I will have to activate the chemical. I am sure you can guess what will happen if I do.
Fucking insight check on that shit.
Absolutely.
First roll of the game, baby.
nice.
At 21 insight, he is telling you that if he activates the chemical, it will cause complete nervous system shutdown, brain death. You will become a vegetable on the field.
It sounds like we all just became the best of friends. And he blows a kiss to Kiryu.
Kiryu looks curiously at you and he says, like, "Are you actually flirting with me right now?"
Oh, you must be molting. You wish.
Kiryu will just roll his eyes and then just slink back into the seat.
The little creature in the containment will nod. At the military man's work. She's not paying attention to these two lovebirds.
Can I? I hope I'm sitting next to the contraption cage thing. Can he tap on it and go, "Hey, easy flame. What do you speak?" Tap tap.
They'll nod their head at you.
Oh, I thought maybe a sound would have come out.
They'll just point at the contraption.
Hmm. He just shrugs and, very well. You, glue sniffer. What do you do other than set yourself on fire?
Eh? Yeah. Voices, talking. Not the voices in my head. Who? Where? What? Don't know. Who? You?
He'll snap a few times. Hey, over here.
Fire.
Just snaps at a guard.
Hey, where are my bugs?
Oh, Colonel, you picked the Cracker Jack team.
It seems that way. But I trust that you all have your own self-interest at heart. And he begins to pull out a whiteboard, which is a very strange thing to pull out inside of a plane. He says, "This is our target." As he begins to show off a image of...
Please be hand drawn.
Yes.
of Cletus cast today.
I want to see stick figures.
He says, "This
Yeah.
is the last known picture we have of Cletus. As you can see, he has red hair, blue eyes. Apparently, an incredible mad expression about his face. We have no known images of him adorning himself. Is the alien killer, Carnage."
He set that on fire.
Very good, Wick. Yes. It will take us 1 hour to get to the mine. Are any of you not up for this? Are you to turn down the mission?
My
The
bugs.
charcoal creature will stare at the military man. Eyes.
Let's get this over with.
Yes. I am more than happy to just sort of look over everyone. Join with these people to help you achieve your mission.
Yeah. I suppose every group needs to have someone who can at least, pass for, human.
Damn.
The Colonel sighs.
Sorry, I'm an asshole.
I like this character.
Or the over under that Dimitri dies. Maybe a little friendly fire.
I wanted to ask, we can't kill anyone of the military, but what if we kill each other?
You did mention if we tried to kill each other, you'd hit the switch. You did say that.
Yeah, that's why I'm still an asshole.
He's lucky.
When Orf said Suicide Squad, I'm like, oh, done.
Yeah.
I was actually rewatching Suicide Squad 1 and Harley Quinn. I only got halfway through the second Suicide Squad movie before we started playing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. I'm going to come up with really offensive nicknames continuously throughout this.
Oh, it's all good.
Perfect. Wick will ignore every
all
single
good.
one of them.
Inferno will remember that.
I think my favorite is Briquette, but
Okay. The colonel will sigh and say, well, if we are all in agreement then, we have been given this opportunity. Well, it seems serendipity. The owner of the mine ran a background check on Manuela and saw that in her background, she survived that attack. He made a phone call to the FBI and set the whole thing up. We're going to get the opportunity to put a bad one away. Some of you may have done bad things, but it's my belief that you aren't as bad as your bad day or your worst day. Prove me right? He looks hopingly at everyone.
Just seeing Wick over here doing breakdancing spins.
Wick is like again going absolutely batshit crazy in the straitjacket. And it's tight, cold. Want fire. Where's my bugs?
So, the plan is to go off tonight. As I said, the profile on Cassidy reports that he is impulsive, rash, and thankfully short-sighted. When he sees the broadcast, he will be coming running to finish what he started. We will get to the mine in roughly an hour. Guards, and you see several of the jackbooted, square-jawed guards come to your guys' seats and begin to unlock you. You are in an airplane,
I
roughly
know.
20,000 feet up. I just want to let you guys know.
They may not want to do that
Hey.
until we land.
not so close there, Hans and Franz. Normally I get dinner first.
Jameson says, remember everyone, and he holds his hand up. I don't want to have to use this, but I will. I want you all to gain your freedom eventually, and we need you for the plan to go off.
Thanks, Mom.
Your equipment is in the back of the plane. Get suited up.
Bugs?
And we can have a suit up montage for everyone, a la the first Suicide Squad, like the scene where Margot Robbie made time stop when she was putting her shirt on.
Uh-huh.
It's a you do see Kiryu will find just whatever small spot he can to take off the uniform. You see him put on a rather clean and crisp looking pair of white pants, matching blazer, and a burgundy button-down shirt. But he leaves the first two or three buttons unbuttoned, and you see him just sort of like stretch out into it. And then, as he does, he'll look over at Kelgareth and looks at you a bit curiously and just says, "Have we met? I feel like I've seen you somewhere before."
Yalgarath in the process of getting his armor on and his coat, kind of glances at you, at Kiryu, and says, "Not personally, no, but I've heard of you, and
Oh,
might have."
what have
Might
you
have.
heard about me?
I was warned about you. Once I was going after a target, and they came close to a criminal boss during some of their routines. And a little bird told me to perhaps avoid taking a hit at that point because of a certain Dragonborn. So I waited and took their life elsewhere.
I see. Well, most know not to trifle with the Dragon of Dojima.
I'm sorry, I can't help it, but you are literally dressed like a lounge lizard. is purposeful joke, yes.
Here you will just look up curiously at you, Dimitri, and then just say, like, oh, I see. That must be what you in for. You must have really killed with your stand-up comedy act.
Oh no, my humor is horrible. And you see him just put on the most stereotypical, like everything's all in black and slightly darker shades of black. Like he looks like an Archer reject. Just and like he was trying to be like, audition for Angel, like, the black trench coat, black boots, black, like everything. Yeah, it would be sad if it wasn't so tropey.
I'm loving it. I'm loving the montage scenes here. Do we see anything from Inferna or Wick as the montage continues?
Not until we get off the.
I would say that Wick is still too manic. So I think he's being held down right now. Still in this straitjacket. Voices, bugs. Where are my bugs? I want to get out now.
Anyone have a laser pointer?
Oh no. So it's very similar to the scene with Captain Boomerang where they have to put you in a fucking bag to keep you from. Yep. Okay. Okay.
Pretty much.
I understand.
I want to add just one more detail to Kelgarath's suit up. Once he puts everything on, you notice that he actually doesn't have a weapon in his equipment. And as he turns around to face the rest of you, he puts his hand to the side and a blade of dark energy just forms in his hand. Out of nowhere.
Neat trick. You got to show me how you do that, Mephistopheles.
And he brings the sword to his forehead, kind of touches it and smiles, and then puts it away. And then looks at Dimitri and just kind of shakes his head with no expression.
Okay. Keep your secrets.
I'd say probably that is something else you also notice about Kiryu. It's like he put on the suit, but you notice like he doesn't seem to have like any weapons on him like at all.
Is it possible for Wick to whistle to see if he can get one of his bugs to come at him?
Absolutely.
So he's whistling. He's trying to summon the bugs. And come, please. Where are you, friends?
And a tiny little bug would start flying your way.
Ah, there. And the bug, I mean, I don't know if anybody has a passive perception of like above, I don't know, 15, 16, or if you can see like a nanobot, but it's not a bug.
Oh, yeah.
It's like
18.
It looks like a mite at first, but somebody can like zoom in. It's actually like this little nanobot that just embeds itself into Wick. And then a bunch more come out, and not the entire cargo plane, but there's a lot of little fireflies around. He's like, yes.
I love that.
So nobody else is weirded out by that. We're just going to accept that. Okay.
I mean, we're stuck together anyway.
He's definitely also setting that stupid bag on fire with his tail. He's getting very charred.
Now, Colonel, I have important question. Clearly, you use a lot of hair product, and I just wanted to know if you had any spare gel, because the bag got mine tousled a little bit.
He looks to you and he says, I do this as a sign of friendship and a sign that hopefully the mission will go well. And he passes you his last little bit in the container of Dapper Dan.
And yeah, Dimitri will slick down his hair, and I knew we would be comrades.
I hope so. He breathes. And if there is no other interactions that you wish to have, the time passes forward as the plane continues to sail from your location in New York to West Virginia.
The whole time, Wick is like just talking to nobody.
Yes, yes, yes. Fire, fire is good. Yeah, yeah. Gotta smell lots of new smells. Big guy, big people, big people. Fire, fire, fire is familiar. Why is the fire familiar? Familiar.
So, everyone, as you arrive, the plane touches down. The cargo hatch drops to the ground, making a large thud. The guards that are with you and Colonel Jameson lead you out into a dreary setting. A sprawling industrial complex is nestled in front of you, right in the heart of the Appalachian Mountains. A monument to the past, its weather-beaten buildings and rusted equipment are a witness to years of toil and labor. Waiting for you as you all descend out of the plane is a woman crossing her arms. You can tell from her build she was either former military or an athlete. She is staring at you each with sharp determination as you exit the plane. She looks to Colonel Jameson and she says, Colonel, is this the crew that are going to catch Cassidy? And he nods to her. She looks to you all and says, good evening, everyone. My name's Manuel Calderon. My friends call me Manny.
I hate to think what those that hate you call you then.
She chuckles. You all are here to help us catch a serial killer. And she pulls her shirt to the side a little bit.
Whoa.
And who gave me this? And you see that there is an 8-inch scar running from her shoulder all the way to the center of her collarbone. You see that its width is about 2 inches.
If we're playing that game, I think somebody has you beat. And he just looks over at Wick.
He could.
Yeah, and I'm gonna command the bugs to kind of inspect the wound. Could I get any type of scent from said wound?
You're commanding your bugs to go sniff her. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, essentially. Like I want to.
As your bugs come over to her, she points an AR-15 at you, and she says, "You need to stop that shit right now."
AR-15.
And he starts listing off the specs of it as he like looks at it curiously.
It looks like it's weighted.
We may be allies at the moment, but I don't want you all to pull any shit here. I know that you're criminals, and I know where you're coming from. Our goals align at the moment. But if I see anything, if I feel anything, don't doubt that I won't put one between your eyes.
Would you believe we're just deeply misunderstood?
She just narrows her eyes. A different feeling comes about you guys when you hear someone say, boys, 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 girls, everyone. Can we all please just calm down a little bit? As you see a new figure approach. And you hear Manuela sigh heavily. and the colonel sighs even heavier. These people here brought on the plane they're maybe just be our backup, but hey, they're gonna here do a lot of good for us. Isn't that right?
Oh, yes. They are all do-gooders.
Says, the name's Barry Gleason. I'm the owner-operator of the Grey Ridge Mining Group, and once I found out old Manny here had the connection, I made a call right away to the FBI. We gotta catch that guy after all.
Let me guess. You are a walking checkbook?
He shrugs. He says, my interest groups in mining, their pockets run thick. And with Grey Ridge here being shut down, it's the perfect opportunity. Not a civilian in sight, and if anything goes awry, we've got your response team here, Colonel, to take care of it. Colonel just basically looks at him with a steely gaze, and he turns back to you. Team, follow me and Manuela. Mr.
Somebody has to
Gleason,
drag
thank you
Wick
for your
along.
help. There will be several guards that grab Wick by the arms and legs and tail and head to bring him to the meeting room so that you all can discuss your plans.
So I think the guards that were carrying the kind of look at Colonel John.
Mhm.
I guess curiously of like, do we open this thing now or?
Colonel John himself will kind of shoo the guards away, and he will open the locks with his designated key cards, the designated codes, and let Inferna out of the cage.
Okay, then what you immediately hear is hissing as the air is let into the enclosure, and the creature inside, realizing that fresh oxygen is being pumped in, their eyes glow bright, erupt into flames. The inside of the container itself becomes a miniature furnace as it erupts open, and what can best be described as a Sailor Moon-esque transformation. The charcoal creature goes from this little impish thing made of kind of stone, becomes a 3-foot humanoid-esque woman in a form-fitting black bodysuit, wearing iron and brass bangles and boots, heeled boots, and a skirts and wings that seem to be flowing from their back, and just kind of floats into the fresh oxygen. You bastards kept me in there for months. And it's just staring daggers at the colonel.
Now, Inferna, please, let's focus on the mission at hand, and let's focus on one thing. Freedom.
You're lucky I don't incinerate you.
I am. I'm very lucky, and I thank you for not doing so. Now, Inferna, you will do a lot of people a lot of good, including yourself, by doing this mission.
I just want to get off this non-burning rock. If it has to be working alongside these chuckleheads, then fine.
Simmer down, aim and flame.
You're the one who called me brisket, huh? I'll just kind of float towards you.
What's up, hot stuff?
I wonder how flammable you are.
I imagine I burn like most other things.
I can confirm humans burn pretty well.
But can you confirm I'm human?
Look human enough.
I do. And with that, his eyes just kind of like flash.
Hmm. And Inferno will just float there.
There is a voice that cuts through the silence. It is the voice of the mine operator, Barry Gleason. He says, "Now that everyone's had the chance, to get to know one another, why don't we head inside, everyone? Get your planning set up. I don't know what you all do. I'm not a military person, and just hammer out all the details."
I hope you have food. Maybe there's some borscht or some pierogi or something.
I think I have an old pack of cup of noodles, if that would do.
I've had verse.
You will hear that. It's like, which kind? The curry, seafood, standard?
I'd have to check. And I may not have enough for everyone. Oof. I shouldn't have told you guys about the cup of noodles. Ugh. I'm feeling a little sheepish right now.
Fire! He's staring at Inferno.
Inferno will notice this and will kind of float over in your direction.
Fire! Hello! Fire friend. Good
Oh,
friend.
Interesting little creature.
Fire's talking. Fire is talking.
So as this conversation has happened, you all are led into a house or a building near the mine. You all can see that there are several guards setting up equipment as you are brought inside. The colonel will pipe up. Our plan. Manuela here is operating as bait. She will have her team be right in the thick of things, in the middle of the mining operation here. We have set up our sonic cannons to blast Cassidy when he appears. If it all is successful, and he and the alien entity are subdued, you all will move in of him, and why I've brought you on the mission, or why I've been briefed that you should be on the mission, Dimitri, is this. And he hands you what looks like a large glass and metal contraption.
Is this for our Academy Award?
This is what the alien needs to go into. It is a containment unit. Strong enough to contain the alien and keep it alive.
And he'll just kind of like shake it a little at Inferno and go, "Getting flashbacks, Firefly."
I'll remember to keep your ashes in there. Keep it up.
Right.
You keep saying alien. What details can you offer about their strengths, weaknesses?
From one of the elemental planes.
Its origin we don't know enough about, which is why we need to capture it. As many of these symbiotes have made their way to Earth and the United States specifically. There have been many reports that they show a weakness to heat and magnesium, as well as high sonic powered weaponry. They have the ability to absorb killed humans or other races that share most of our genetic qualities, and animals, and apparently in some case plant species, into their biomass, which allows them to grow. They show high levels of superhuman strength, durability, and speed. This symbiote we are trying to capture has the ability to genetically modify their structures into almost any shape. Cassidy has a preference for weapons. Axes, swords, knives, just about anything he could kill someone with.
So this symbiote could look like anything.
Our records show that while the symbiote can change its biomass, it can reflect a suit of clothing or something similar. It cannot take on the shape of another person. But our information is limited. We are going off of hopes here. That is why we brought you, to make sure, if the sonic cannons fail, you can move in to attack and capture and subdue.
You say you want to capture this thing. You be imprisoning it in an institution like we were?
That information is classified. I'm sorry I cannot share it. But Cassidy, I can share. Well, he has an old cell in Ravencroft with his name on it.
Seem quite confident, man, and dressed in medals. What if there isn't a chance to capture, and we're forced to destroy them?
He sighs. That is a possible outcome. If Carnage and Cassidy are killed, your prison sentence reduction will be revoked. And
Man.
even though he is a criminal, his murder is still murder.
Man in metals. Maybe you'll leave nickname to me, a Firefly.
Okay, bad haircut.
Ouch. You know, it's hard when there's just, prison barber.
How soon do we get to start this so-called mission?
He looks out and he says, Manny, are you ready? And Manuel Calderon looks to him and nods and says, I'll get our teams ready. There are monitors here. Oh, sorry, everybody.
It's all dark.
It was
It was
dark for a
It was,
minute.
it was a whiplash. Barry Gleason will tell you all. I have set up several monitors here in the office to which we can watch the outside feeds to make sure everything goes well.
Oh, yeah, we get to sit and not do anything.
Colonel
Yeah.
Jameson will look to you all and ask, Do you wish to all be out or watch on the monitor?
Just monitor.
Want to be out?
Uh,
Want to be out?
Gleason will start turning on TVs for you guys to watch, and the TVs show basically the entirety of the mine from various angles. There are various strike teams that are making their way around its circumference, basically casing the joint to make sure nothing bad happens.
So you have scrying panels in this world. Interesting.
So this might be a perfect opportunity for me to bring in everyone's favorite character,
Hmm.
the cameraman.
Oh, the cameraman.
Cue
Uh,
a camera doge.
Woo!
Hold on, I have to see if the camera doge has really good vision. Let's see. Camera doge, camera doge. As I'm working on camera doge, the colonel looks to you all and asks again. Will you all be waiting in here, watching the monitors? Or are you to be out, hiding, waiting for your chance to strike?
I will not speak for the others, and Kiryu will rise up and step forward. But I will not wait here. When our quarry arrives, I will be waiting to strike them down.
Book is still in the bag, and he kind of rolls over, and then rolls that way. That way. He's like, "I want out. I want out." And at this point, I think he sets the bag on fire and he scampers out.
Oh, someone let the cat out of the bag. No.
Damn.
They're not a cat, they're a raccoon.
But the joke works better if it's cat.
Now the question is, Orpheus, do I have any weaponry on me?
They have tried to give you your whole kit so that you're ready, because you've got a fight ahead of you guys.
Cool. So I put the bayonet on my assault rifle. I load my assault rifle, and I would like to make any type of check to see if I can find a really, really good high spot for me to snipe from.
Absolutely. That would be perception.
Okay. Perception. Where are you? There you are. Aw, that's a 20.
20 would tell you that there are several good spots here. You see that there are several cranes here in the mine that you could potentially like set up in as a sniping position.
Ooh, delicious. Yeah, I'll choose one and just kind of look at the fire lady that comes out and says, "Fire lady, bye," and disappears. Whee. Oh, I can't. I can't jump down. I actually have to go all the way around.
Oh yeah,
I would
there's some walls there.
Yeah, I would say as Kiryu's walking out, would see you setting up your, getting your ready. He'd talk with Dimitri and say like, maybe you could answer this. What is it with Americans and their obsessions with firearms?
Dimitri.
Oh, sorry. I was like, what?
No, he's like, what is it with Americans and their obsession with firearms?
Yes. But Americans, they make good movies.
Anyway, Wick is climbing up this crane right here. Needs next.
Sure.
I don't know how you want to deal with that.
With your crane, let's see here. Where did you go? You're
Right
so you're so scampering. So yeah,
Yeah.
we can put Wick. How about right here?
Okay.
And we're gonna say
Okay.
that Wick is 60 feet up.
And the bugs are just kind of surrounding me, and not like they're low light, and the nanobugs, and
He's just like, yes, yes, friends, yes, yes. Okay.
Or-
Okay. I'm away from people. I can calm. The voices are done. Oh. Okay.
and he takes out the assault rifle, puts a scope on it, and clicks it in place, and is very observant of the Manny lady, and is just watching like a hawk.
Or if I have a request, if able, are you able to make like a 60-foot misty step thing real quick? That like if I click it, it does like the disappear misty step thing, and then I can click up space within 60 feet to reappear.
Oh yeah. No
Probably-
problem.
Probably just grab Misty Step and then slight as details.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I figure Orf's better at that than I am.
Fair. Fair point.
I knew that's what we would do. I just don't know how to do it quickly.
Absolutely. So you guys can take a moment here to find yourself a sniping position or somewhere that you want to set up on the map.
Berna doesn't
Alright,
want to be out in the rain, but is this a furnace that's over here? That's by this southern area.
That is correct. That is a furnace.
Okay, and Berna will float over to it.
Circle, and it's 60 feet range.
Yes. Yes,
What-
the
what-
shadow step ability.
And I think this color will work best. So y'all, you know how in some games when you do the Misty Step and it makes your token go invisible? I have discovered that you have to go in and you just have to do a couple of things so that you don't do that anymore. So I am slowly but surely finding everyone who has Misty Step, and I'm fixing that so they don't become invisible. Because I don't know how to change it. Once you're invisible, you're just invisible forever. Okay.
And Wick, sorry.
No, go ahead. You're good.
Oh, I'm gonna say that Wick sets up his assault rifle and then realizes, and he pumps down, all the way down, hopefully safely. He wants to go over here to these two.
Yeah, I'd say as
Kiryu
you
and Kagra.
approach, you see Kiryu will be at this here, and he'll just sort of be like looking over the various tools, and he'll pick up I guess what looks like a hefty hammer, just sort of like testing the grip on it.
Right.
Hmm.
So I'm in front of him. Hi, friends, friends.
Yes, the one.
Friends.
And he's going to, unfortunately, Dimitri's too far away. He's going to, the bugs are going to surround both of you, and they're going to cast, hang on. Yes, I want to cast aid. Let me cast aid. I'm casting aid on Kelgarath, myself, and Kiryu. So you guys have +5 temporary HP.
Friends. Yes, new friends. Oh, wait, I have another thing. New friends.
And then he also casts, just because I can, Good berry. He's gonna give each of you a couple of berries.
Friends.
And then he scampers back off.
Perfect.
Thank you, little one. Kiryu looks a little confused at first, but he'll put the good berry in one of the pockets in his suit.
Yeah.
As he goes back to testing the grips on the various tools here.
Mm-hmm. And that also went to Kilgrath, aid and the good berries.
Okay.
I think only Emanuela would have been the one close enough to have seen Dimitri or Dreamshade teleport from the shadows, but I don't know if anyone would have seen that.
Passive 18. may have seen
Maybe,
something.
maybe.
I
If
also have a very high passive, a 22.
if you
so
both
I'm
have
pretty
dark
sure
vision, maybe you saw
Yeah,
it.
Ah,
Okay.
definitely.
probably not.
Okay. Because
Definitely
it,
saw
it
that.
had to be in shadow. So
Wow. He poofed. He poofed.
So, everyone, what you see as you are set up in your sniping or your hiding positions, Manuela and her team are standing in what clearly is a laid out square. You see the cannons have much cover drawn over them as there are guards waiting in the wings. She overcomes, we'll say, I can't help but feel a huge sense of dread in this moment.
I'm just gonna do a couple. Get them.
Sure.
First, they're going to bend their wild shape on a spear.
More fire.
Up. Sounds. And a little, probably about the same size as themselves. A fiery imperator kind of comes into being. Oh, I'm glad you're still here. Seems there's going to be a lot that's going to be happening. Now let's see what else we. They're going to spend. I know that these men have camouflage coverings over these sonic cannons. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. That is correct.
Okay. They're going to spend a 4th level spell slot, and they're going to cast. Oh, this is. They're going to cast illusionary terrain.
Ooh, holy crap.
Sound effects. Oh boy. Let me adjust the template. Essentially, they're going to cover the area as it kind of starts to have almost kind of like a little bit of a heat mirage starts to cover the area, and the doesn't completely change up the terrain, but more of covers what looks like the cannon placement, or emplacements. Those are going to be changed to look a little bit more natural with the area.
Absolutely. That was such a good shout. That was awesome. That way, you know who doesn't immediately spot what is happening.
Yep, and then they're going to finally a lot of buffs. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to spend a 2nd level spell slot to cast Dark Vision on themselves. And then anyone who is somewhat close to Inferno, I think this group of people, they're going to then spend another 2nd level spell slot for Pass Without Trace.
Ooh.
She has it too. She has it too.
And is going to specifically cover this area in another kind of heat mirage.
That's amazing.
All right, I think I'm done.
Okay.
Wick hides.
yeah, I'm just gonna hide too, just in the shadows.
Yeah, Galgarav just kind of slinks, sits down, and tries to look insignificant for now.
I love it. I love it. So good stealth checks here. So some hours begin to pass as you all are waiting for your target to come. The rain is drenching you all in its force. Thunder and lightning continue to crackle in the sky. You hear over comms. Eek, eek. The Colonel. Keep your heads on a swivel. We haven't heard back from our external teams in 1 rotation. I think the target has arrived.
Yeah. Where is he? Where? On 11.
All of the guards that are stationed at the cannons look incredibly nervous. Though thanks to the spells and magic being cast, they believe they have a decent shot. You hear a worried voice come over comms. Everyone, I spotted something. Team 10, near the entrance of the mine. A red ooze in the corner of the vision, in the corner of the camera. He's here.
Definitely holding a action. Take a shot if Manuela gets hit.
Mm-hmm. The guards all looking around nervously.
Oh,
Wow.
But plus 10 is
Well,
14.
with the plus 10.
Manuela begins to say aloud into comms. Why isn't this bastard here yet? What is he doing? You all hear a cackling laughter coming from somewhere. And like
Ooh,
in a strike of lightning, you all see a sedated guard being lifted off of his feet. From his chest, a 5-inch circumference wound begins to bleed. From it, a scimitar made of red biomass drips with his viscera.
Ooh.
The blade is connected to the extended arm of a horrific creature.
Ooh.
He looks to Manuela and he says, Manny, it's been so long. I can't believe it. And here I thought I had finished the job. Look at you now. The one that got away. Well, you know me. My daddy drilled it into my head. Don't leave jobs unfinished, Cletus. You'll get a reputation. Well, I'm here to clean up. What about you? What are you doing? You all see a look of terror upon her face. This creature stands nearly 10 feet tall.
Ooh.
Wiggling from its back and shoulders are tendrils of red biomass. It raises its left arm into the air, forming itself into an axe. A serpentine tongue exits its mouth as it begins to lick its lips. Manuela stares into the creature's eyes and says, Now! And with the scream of now, the soldiers waiting in wait all begin to fire their sonic cannons. The entire quarry, the entire mine is filled with a sonic vibration enough to shake the foundations of the earth. The serial killer screams in pain as a strange sight occurs. The red biomass is separated from his body. You see standing next to the red biomass that same male you saw in the picture, but nude. His suit of armor split from his body. The guards begin to cheer. They begin to move closer when you all hear a thunderous crack. The earth in the center of the quarry falls apart and loosens. Cassidy, Manuela, and the guards begin to fall into darkness.
I'm sorry. Is if I may, if the symbiote is separated, could he get a shot off? Could Wick get a shot off?
Yeah, you can take a shot.
Yeah, I specifically want to target the symbiote.
Okay.
So I believe I'm stealthed, so I technically have advantage on. So I'm gonna.
Sure, take a shot.
All right. So assault rifle. That is a flat 20.
Okay, your bullet pings itself into the symbiote as they
Great.
all fall into the ground.
That's great because I'm going to use favored foe on that. So I'm going to be concentrating and I'm going to be focusing specifically on the symbiote. So I know where it is.
Excellent.
Tracer round.
So
Technically,
they
I have
all,
another attack, but it's fine.
when you hold an action, you can only take one attack.
Oh, right. I
Yeah,
was
so
going
they
to
all-
apply sneak attack damage because I have sneak attack.
Sure. So they all fall into the ground. You hear Jameson say, "No, no, no!" over comms. And you hear Barry over comms say, "Oh, I'm sorry, Jameson. I didn't know this part of the mine was over an old fill tunnel. Bad luck." So, heroes, tell me, what is your plan from here? As you saw the strike team, the bait team, fall into the tunnel. Cletus and the symbiote have fallen.
First, make
Well,
an insight check on that comment. Was it? Did he really not know that this is over some faulty ground? If that's good.
Yeah, let's see. Insight check. I just sent you a private message.
Oh. Yeah.
How big does this sinkhole look, or deep? I mean,
As you stare over the edge, thanks to your abilities as a master of shadows, you think that you guys could get down relatively easy. It looks like maybe a 60-foot drop, but because of going right into the earth, it is pretty dark.
oh, so I can instantly do the shadow teleport, shadow to shadow, and just poof, bamf to the bottom if it's only 60 feet. Or even if it's 90 feet, I can bamf 60 feet down, fall 30 feet, and not take any damage.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
So I will not reveal that because I'm not stupid. I'm going to wait until everyone else decides what they want to do, but I can do that.
Cool.
So sorry,
yell.
remind me, he said that we need to go after her?
Yes, Jameson is running out. He's like, "Everyone, we need to go down now. Otherwise, Manuela's gonna die."
Wick
Fine.
jumps.
Sorry, I think I...
And yeah, Wick jumps, and as he jumps, this is probably 60 to 100 feet down. Before he hits the ground, he's going to spend a Withering Tide as his little swarm kind of spreads out and makes little wings. I got him! I'm gonna get him! And he's gonna dash on all fours after.
Galgarath will sigh and say, "Well, I guess it's our cue," and reach out and touch Kiryu's shoulder and cast Fly on both of them.
And I just bamf, so you guys all see that.
Yeah. I'd say as you do, you'll see Kiryu will reach over and he will actually grab a hold of this chair right here and take it with him.
Kiryu's choice.
It's like, I find the most effective weapons are those that your opponent least expects.
Sounds wise. We'll see if it works. And Kelgarth flies into the hole.
It's a rushing. Darnell will just float behind.
I am also floating. I don't know how to add float.
Colonel Jameson looks around and says, and he takes out a grappling hook and he applies it to one of the nearby structures. He gives himself a fair bit of rope. And he says, "Wait for me, everyone!" And he fucking rappels down the hole because he can't fly.
We all can fly. Why can't you fly?
As we're flying, Kelgarth will also touch a rod that's tied to his belt, say a few incantations, and regain his spell slot.
Over comms, because you guys all got comms, because this is it's fucking cool. Colonel Jameson says, "You still have the symbiote containment device, right?"
Yes, Da is here.
We're gonna need it. And I will take you guys to the next map as you go down the hole. You find yourselves as you are taken down the hole on top of a old wooden platform. It seems to be covered in dirt, grime, and soot. Also, now seems to be covered in blood. You see the dead bodies of the guards as you land on the hole. The 4 of them have been eviscerated. Organs, limbs, and heads in various states around the hole. Let me update the map.
Poor Hans and Franz. They lost their hit.
Something you also notice as I'm activating the map, it is pitch black down here.
Dark vision.
I'll
too.
spend key to get dark vision. I think it's 2 points. Let me verify.
I still can't see, even though I have dark vision.
Oh, wait, you guys, Wick doesn't have dark vision set up on their sheet. No problem. I will give you dark vision.
Oh,
I thought I did.
I put mine on by convenient effects, but it didn't look like it. Very good.
Yeah, I put mine on the token configuration, but it's just not. There we go.
I wonder if the spell will grant it to me. Oh, well, I seem to have it now. Okay, let me mark off my key.
Okay, now you should be able to see Kiryu is... Does Kiryu have dark vision?
I don't think so.
And of course Kelgarth does, because he is touched by Satan.
Yep.
Jameson, when he lands, he says, "Shit." And he reaches into his military pack and he pops a glow stick and he puts it into his belt. He's like, "I can't see shit down here."
Yeah, Wick is already tracking.
However, I do have a torch.
There we go. Which we could represent in this world as a glow stick. Because who doesn't love glow sticks? So your tracking ability here. Let's see. I'm looking at that. I went too far. Okay. When you hit a creature with an attack, you can call on to mark the target as your favorite enemy. Did it actually say anything about tracking them in there?
Oh, you know what? I'm thinking other favorite enemy, but he was supposed to take some damage. I am looking for him. I'm like sniffing for the stuff, and especially like my bullet. I think Wick is very distinct when he has like his
Sure.
weaponry and stuff like that. So he's like, "Hey, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where?"
Did Manuela have anything of note on her?
She had her well, number one, tastefully dressed outfit. So that was one thing she had on her. She had her AR-15. She had on a bulletproof vest. She also had amazing hair.
Because I have locate object, and I'm just trying to think if there's something that I can use of hers to ping. But
The
I have.
comms.
You could do her AR-15. She did fall down the hole with it.
Okay, yeah, I will cast a second level spell.
Was
Oh,
she
or
wearing
not.
was she wearing a belt buckle?
She was. It said Manuela rocks.
I'd say the belt buckle. She could have
Okay,
dropped the gun.
I will cast locate object on her Manuela rocks belt buckle.
Oh my god.
It probably more likely says something along the lines of U.S. Army or her station in the U.S. Army. Yes, so you are getting a ping this direction. You also see that there is a lot of blood going in that direction, almost a trail of it.
This way. This way.
I would say before we go, I guess Kiryu will drop here. Kiryu will look at one of these chairs here, see him pick it up, and then go to smash it against the floor. And as he does so, I guess he'll pick up just one of the legs, and then just start carrying it with him as an improvised weapon.
It is that way. Follow the blood.
I could have found that. I could have found that. I could have found it.
Of course you.
He jumps across this because he's floating technically.
Mhm.
Yeah, Kilgrass is flying after you.
Absolutely. Colonel Jameson is making his way behind you as well, keeping his AR-15 on a swivel. You guys, as you move this way, there is more blood that is speckled.
There's a lot of blood. A lot of blood.
A lot of blood, and he has stopped flying now because it's probably been past a minute.
And I will ping again.
You are getting a definite ping this way. As you all are looking around, you are noticing something very strange about this tunnel. Number one, there seems to be sharp crystals poking out of the walls, out of a mine that is said to be defunct and empty. Number two, let's see here. Does anyone have a proficiency in the Arcana skill?
I do.
I do.
Me too.
As you all look around the walls seem to be carved with very strange carvings. They depict a large creature, a head bulbous and fat. Large, writhing tentacles seem to be coming from the creature's head. And you see that pictured on several of the walls, along with what appear to be the images of a swirling pattern.
Ooh, pretty.
You know, I've seen a few anime, and tentacles are never good.
Oh no. Colonel Jameson says, "Enough! We have to find Manuela."
Stop.
Would it
Stop!
be an art
Stupid!
check to
Stupid!
try and learn more?
Stupid.
I pull on Colonel John Jameson.
Stupid. No.
What?
No going ahead. Don't rush. That's what he wants.
Yeah, so you can make an Arcana check as you look at this image. You've seen images like this before, but this specifically is not giving you any pings. This appears to be depicting some sort of aberrant god, but the people of this world, they don't know anything of the plane of fire or any of the other planes. Why would they know anything of the astral sea?
Furrow's just gonna continue racking their brain as it can't. Let's follow everyone else.
Everyone. And Colonel John will point down to Manuela.
Is she stuck?
You see that she has been stuck to the wall, covered in what appears to be red and black webbing, biomass. Her mouth has been sealed shut. You see that most of her Kevlar and weapons have been strewn away.
Could Wick make some type of survival check / insight check to determine if it's a trap or not?
It is clearly a trap, and you know this. And you guys will not be surprised because, well, unfortunately enough for him, his stealth check was terrible. I will reveal it.
Mm.
It was only a 14. Because I don't think anyone here has lower than a 14.
I do.
Wait, you
Oh.
do?
Nope.
Yep.
Oh, so Kelgareth, I guess you're the only one who's going to be... Nah, you know what? I'm going to say no one is surprised because, Vic, I'm going to say you pointed out, hanging from a spider's web 120 feet above the floor is Carnage as he points down to you all and says, "That bullet kind of hurt, you little piece of shit."
I'll give you another. And I'll give you another and another and another and another and fire.
We'll see about that. I really like some of the iconography I'm seeing around here. It's given me some ideas. And with that, he is going to roll into initiative with you all. The killer, known as Carnage.
Aw. That's not good.
Anyone have any like pithy one-liners they want to say before combat starts?
Nah.
I'm really annoyed that we have to keep this one alive.
Yeah, same.
I mean, we can keep it alive, but maybe barely.
Kiryu will just sort of narrow his eyes and look at Carnage and say, "If there's one thing I hate more than an asshole, it's an asshole who does not respect women."
Then you're really gonna hate me. I don't respect anyone. Damn, Colonel Jameson rolling so high. Manuela cannot currently roll because she is restrained in webbing. Alrighty, it looks like we've got everyone rolled in. We will begin combat. Okay, Colonel John Jameson will move forward. Here, he will start climbing down the ladder. And he says, "You all worry about Carnage. I will get Manuela free." And he runs over to the webs. And he pulls out his Tonto knife. And he will start cutting away at the webbing. He makes some good progress. All right, and he has acted. So he is going to go ahead and pass to Kelgareth.
Alright, Kelgarath will... it's 420 feet up. I guess Kelgarath will float a little bit higher, so maybe 30 feet in the air. And he'll say, oops, that's a lot. Oh no, I need to get so close to him though. So I was 20 feet up. I have 60. No, I can get close enough. Okay. So I guess he'll start with just some simple enough Eldritch Blast. So you can see him swing his sword around his head, and from the blade, 2 or 3 streaks of darkness fly towards Carnage. 2 or 3, because I don't remember. So that's Eldritch Blast.
A 21 hits Carnage, and he takes full damage from force. And he says, "What the fuck is that?" And he said, "What the
Taste
fuck
of
is
my
that again?"
medicine. It's a taste of my medicine for you. And he will just kind of float there and wait for Carnage to come a bit closer.
Sure.
No. Is he gonna steal or do I pass?
Oh, he is definitely going to steal. So Carnage steals, and he charges 4 Paragon actions. He's not playing around. Using his Using his climb speed, he will climb down his spider web 55 feet. And he looks at all of those standing around. Let's see here. He's going to target Wick with this first move. Because, yeah, Wick is using my measurement tool. Yep. Wick, he is going to shoot a web at you.
Okay.
That is a 26.
That definitely hits.
So you get shot in the chest with this web. And you are restrained in the webbing. And
Sticky.
I know that this is completely unbelievable based off his character. But Carnage will use his bonus action to be aggressive.
Mhm.
Why
And he
a
will
red
continue.
symbiote that's aggressive? What is this sorcery?
He will continue to descend down his web towards you all. With that is all he does with the first round, as he begins to lick his lips, looking at all of the potential victims that he might claim. We will go ahead then. He did not damage Wick, so he'll go ahead and pass it to Dimitri.
Okay. I will cast. I'll drop concentration on locate object because she is located, and I will cast mirror image. So I am duplicated, and I will spend the Doge action. Oh, why did he get rid of concentration?
It's okay, I gotcha.
Okay. Do I need to add mirror image back? I can do that. One moment. Mirror image, where'd you go?
You're good. It was added.
Oh, thank
I
you.
don't think it's concentrated.
Yeah, mirror image, not concentration.
Oh,
It is a very
perfect.
good spell.
Oh, I'll still drop locate object anyway. And let's see. I will move to get cover somewhere. Let's see. With my 55-foot movement speed. 15. Shit, there is no cover anywhere. I had to hide way back there. Shit. Yeah, I'm not a hero. Once he comes closer, I'll bamf, but until then, I'm just a target. So, I will bravely do that, and I will pass to Inferna and say, light them up.
With pleasure. But first, it seems our little raccoon friend here seems to be in trouble. They're going to spend their free casting of Bless. I'm gonna put that up. Throwing it on themselves. Let's say Kiryu and Wick are also gonna get as well.
It's tingly.
And then they're going to have Pyre kind of move closer over towards Wick, and for her bonus actions, Pyre to get him out of these webs. What type of thing would that be?
Get him out of the webs. You could do an attack to try to break the webs, like burning them or cutting them with a bladed weapon.
Say no more. Flame Seed.
As the kiddos say.
How's that do?
Skadoosh.
I think
Fire!
I think we set
So,
our friend on fire.
with an epic nat 20, Wick is burnt out of the webbing.
I like you.
Can't have you in a cage, not like I was. And she's just gonna float back a little bit. And that will be it. I will pass to I'll pass it to our raccoon friend.
All right, as our raccoon friend is about to go, Carnage will spend another Paragon power and says, "You were supposed to stay in my webbing." And he is going to start out first. He sees Captain John. He's going to fire a bloodshot at Captain John.
Oh god.
That is a 21. As Captain John is trying to cut out Manuela out of these webbings, he takes 16 points of acid damage, and he's going to attempt a dexterity saving throw.
Nice.
He is able to dodge deftly out of the way enough so that he is not, well, blinded. Alrighty, then we are on to Wickaruna.
Wick is not happy about the webbing, still but very happy that this little creature set him on fire. friend, like friend. And he is going to zoomies. How far away? Zoomies over this direction ish, and is going to take as a cunning action to hide. So a stealth check.
Let's see it
Which
here.
is a 24.
His passive perception is pretty good, but it is not a 24. You do
Great.
succeed.
Perfect. Is going to target Carnage and is going to attack the first one with the assault rifle at advantage. All right, let's see what we got. Yeah. That is a nat 20, which activates something.
Oh shit.
That activates my weapons charm. Ignore that roll. So the weapons charm allows me, or the die allows me to roll the maximum. Oh wait. No, actually, it doesn't activate. No, it does.
It's got to be your first
It's gotta
weapon
be
die,
my
right?
first one. Okay, yeah, that's what we discussed. Yeah. So, but that also triggers sneak attack. Anyway, which is
Right.
also crit. That's an awful.
For 7
damage. So that's the first attack, and then I'm going to activate again favored foe. So they have favored foe on them, and then as a part of that, I also have, I believe, what is it called? I'm so sorry. This is the first time I'm playing Ranger. Where is it? Swarm Keeper. I can once per turn do a. Yes, once per turn I can use the swarm to attack, assist in falling ways. I would like to use that. I'm trying to figure out which action it is. Gather swarm. There it is. Yes, so I need a strength saving throw as I.
17.
Oh, he makes it, so he's not pulled 15 feet. That's what I was trying to get him to do. But I'm going to attack again because I have multi-attack. This is the second hit, which is going to do a lot more damage. It's going to do that, but it's also going to do a 1d6. Oh, an additional point of damage. And I think that is my turn. And I will pass to Kiryu.
You notice as you are shooting Carnage, usually when you shoot people twice, they die. It looks like your bullets are not having as big of effect as you wished.
Ow. Should have
All right.
sharpshooted all of that, but oh well.
Kiryu, you are up.
All right, I'm going to take some movement here. All right, full movement will get me there.
You still have 60 feet of flying.
Here. You're right, I do. However, I don't need to get in melee with him just yet. But thank you for reminding me. Let's see here. So the way it works with Brawler, it's I can use an improvised weapon as a thrown weapon. Range is 2060, so I believe I should here 10 feet up. Yep. All right. So yeah, it's like, so I'll sort of climb down here, look up at Carnage, and I've got the chair leg in my hand, and I said, and I'll hear it's like, I think you need some more fiber in your diet, and then I'll go ahead and chuck it at him. Go ahead and roll.
Sure.
Strike.
A 29 is a hit.
All right. With whatever type of damage chair leg would do.
I'm going to say bludgeoning is a perfect example for a chair leg. Now, something happens as you throw the chair leg at him, because you have now entered his reach, so his deadly reach activates as the chair leg smacks him in the head, dealing not as much damage as you would hope. A bloodshot fires out at you. It's an 18.
Let me see. Yep, the 18 will hit.
As he cackles in laughter as your chair basically like smashes against his head. And can you give me a dex save?
All right.
Ooh.
Okay, actually, I am going to go ahead and spend my Indomitable and roll that again.
Sure.
And it still makes it.
So as you get shot with this bloodshot, it gets all into your eyeballs, getting them all crusted over with his red biomass.
All right, so here. I don't want to spend it just yet. All right. I guess that'll do for me for now. And I guess in the new round, I will go ahead and pass to our raccoon friend Wick.
Okay, in the new round, I'm going to say because you damaged him, but then he damaged you, you can pass it to whoever you would like. So you're going to pass it to Wick?
Correct.
My bullets
All right.
are not doing good.
So we're going to pass it to Wick, but Wick, Carnage got a Paragon power. He is going to use it. He begins to move the webbing super fast as he says, your bullets were interesting, but let's see if you can hit a dancing target. As he takes the dodge action for his Paragon.
Oh. I mean, yeah, I can. And I will cunning action hide. Neat. Neat. I'm gonna target him, and this time, Wick is going to swing his tail around, and he is going to stop. He's going to do a firebolt at advantage. Yeah.
That hits, and your firebolt deals full damage to what just happened. He got dazed.
Dazed. I don't
No,
think favored foe. Oh yeah, no. I can do favored foe on this because it doesn't specify. Oh well, a creature with an attack roll, so that doesn't. The cantrip doesn't work.
You did roll an attack roll with your cantrip.
Oh, then
Spell
1d6.
Oh, spell
fair.
attack? Does it say weapon attack in there, or just
No, it
attack
just
roll?
says attack roll.
Yeah, so that qualifies.
'Cause it's
Yeah, that
favored
qualifies.
foe. Yeah. That's so 5 points of damage. And then, if I'm not mistaken, I still can use my swarm. Yeah, with an attack. I am going to have him take another 1d6 piercing damage from my swarm.
Sound good?
Take an additional 6 points of damage.
Your piercing damage seems to not do as much as you wished. The fire damage, though, dealt a good amount.
My bullets are useless. Stupid, stupid, stupid.
Excellent.
He kind of goes over here. I'll pass to Kelgarath.
All right, you have acted. The symbiote will steal. He will stop dancing. And he says, "Ouch, that hurt." And you all see that there is a small bit of his biomass that seems to have not regenerated, whereas the bullets, the chair leg, that biomass seems to have, well, came back. Carnage moves closer to our friend Kiryu and says, "You will make a good snack." He will target you, and he will begin his multi-attack. He will make 3 attacks. He will begin first with a blood frenzy attack.
Alright, that hits.
He has advantage because you are blinded, but also he has 2 abilities called blood frenzy. He has advantage on any attack roll against a creature who is missing its hit points. Okay, so he does 16 slashing damage, and can you give us a wisdom save?
Alright.
Oh, and he is now on the ground. Okay, you are not frightened. Seeing that you're still wiping the biomass off your eyes, Carnage begins to scale up. That is 35 feet of movement. He sees that Kalgarath is flying in the air. But there's this little boy standing in front of him, so he can't shoot a web at him quite yet. So he's got 2 attacks left, so he will start first with his venomous strike.
Who's this against?
Pyre.
Why is he attacking my nice little boy? That hits.
Unfortunately enough, he is a horrible serial killer. That is for 19 slashing, and can I get a Constitution saving throw? Not the boy.
Not the little boy. He's just a little
Oof.
man.
Oh, he is now poisoned. If he can be poisoned.
Don't. Can. That's some
All right.
bullshit.
He injects a large amount of poison into Pyre. Okay, but he's got 1 more attack. He will use his crushing grip. That is a low roll from him, but a hit
He just
nonetheless.
needs to hit a 13. You don't have a lot of armor class. He's just a little
Mhm.
boy.
He's just this tiny little guy, and he has him grappled in his hand. And he says, "I think I'll eat you first." And that is it for Carnage. He will go ahead and he's gonna pass to Dimitri.
Since
Oh, yeah,
we're
he
kind
can
of
steal.
connected, that would be. Yeah, because he's my companion. I guess he would be for me.
So either you could steal or Kiryu could steal.
I'll steal. Verna's not happy that this man has decided to attack her little boy. He's going to. Yeah, screw it. They're going to target him and light him up with their last 2nd level spell slot with Scorching.
Oh, hell yeah.
17 to hit for the first one.
A 17 hits. Oh my gosh, it's doing it again.
A 30 for the next one.
Both of those hit.
Final. A 14.
A 14 does not hit.
Okay. So that was her salvo. Oh, also because she has Little Man out, on the first one it's going to get 1 damage.
So you guys have noticed something now as you are hitting Carnage with these attacks. He's taking a lot of damage from this fire. His biomass is shaking and roiling. After the initial fire, it seems that he has gained some sort of vulnerability to this additional amount of heat.
Ooh. I like that.
Perfect. Inferno is then going to kind of.
Oh, and before you leave, Carnage is a Mage Slayer, and you did cast a spell. So he is going to use his reaction to make an attack against you as you...
Does he have the reach?
Oh, yeah. Make an attack. He's going to make a ranged attack against you.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It will be a disadvantage because your little guy is in his face. He's going to try to shoot a web at you. Oh, a 13. I don't think a 13 will get you.
Does not get me, thankfully.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. And then Inferno's gonna look at Pyre and be like, come to mama. And he's going to use fiery teleportation. So I need a dex save from
He rolls a 20.
Okay. I think it's all or nothing. If I remember correctly. Yeah, it's all or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the two of them are backing away. Let's say about 10 or so. And that's it.
I gotcha. Good turn from Inferno. You guys can see the roiling body mass here on Carnage as he is, well, taking all of this flame damage.
I will pass it to Kiryu this time.
Alright, Kiryu, this horrible monster is going to spend a Paragon power. And he goes, that hurt! And he is going to target Kelgareth. And Kelgareth, he is going to try to web you as you're flying in the air. Ooh, but a low roll. And it's only a 13. I don't think a 13 is going to get you.
Yeah, he just just swaps the web aside with his sword.
Hell yeah. So cool. Okay, Kiryu, you're up.
All right. Get back a little bit. So, let's see. I'll go ahead and spend bonus action. Just see anyone looking in Kiryu's direction will just see this sort of like strange sort of light, red ethereal aura just sort of like shining off of his body as I do second wind here. For 11. Hop up a little bit. All right, then go ahead and take some movement. So basically, because he's still blinded, it's like he's basically just following the way he remembers going. And then as you get
gonna make a con save for that poison. Sorry.
Nope, no problem.
All right, so we'll get up here, and just sort of hearing Carnage and all of the horrible things he's saying. Let's see here. We'll go ahead and have Kiryu lash out to unarmed strikes, disadvantage because of blind.
Ooh, a 14 is not going to hit.
All right, and one more.
Ooh. That does hit as you nail him for 12 damage.
Yeah,
Now,
I imagine it's
are
like you just
your
see Kiryu
strikes
swinging
natural?
wildly, and just that last one just sort of just smacks him in the back of the head.
You make a solid impact into the creature's biomass.
All right, and I guess to end my turn. So what do I roll to try to get rid of the blindness again?
Here, let me pop that back up for you. Bloodshot.
Dex, all right.
Mhm.
Here.
Oh man, I wasted a crunchy crit. I'll give you no, I'm just kidding.
Okay. Yeah, Dex is my dump stat here. So tell you what, I need to try to get out of this. So I'm going to spend my DM inspiration to get advantage on this.
Sure.
Close, but would you allow me to stack a fact inspiration on top of that?
Yes, I would.
All right, so I'll go ahead and spend one of those here. Doop. Just so I can finally get out of it. All right, so I got one left.
Absolutely.
All right, so no longer blinded, and I will go ahead and pass to Dimitri.
All right, Dimitri, you're up.
Dimitri looks around and goes, ugh, fine. And I assume this whole area is covered in shadow or dim light, right? Even though it looks bright as heck.
Your friend Colonel John Jameson currently has a torch, and I believe Kiryu has a torch.
You sons of bitches. Yeah, Shadow Monk and Torch, no good.
You just had to play the emo character, huh?
Oh, I just angrily apply more guy liner. Oh.
Got like
Not
guideliner
enough
all over the
makeup.
place.
Okay, that annoys me, but I'll make do. Can't pick your companions, otherwise I would not have picked you guys. Said in character, of course. He will come out, and do we get what do we get any sort of flanking bonus this game?
Yeah, you guys get a +2.
+2. I like it. All right, we're just gonna schwack. So unarmed attacks. These are magical bludgeoning if they hit. So pop.
Pop.
15.
15 with flanking is a 17, which
Oh,
hits.
17. Yay. Not that it matters, but that was. Oh yeah, no, never mind. So 17. Okay. Second attack.
Mhm. Your magical bludgeoning seems to be making it through this creature's biomass.
Yep, that is a dirty 20. So another 10. And then I will bonus action, spend a key point to do Flurry of Blows for 2 more attacks.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. And then 1 more. So we'll do, this will be the last one. 15.
Does not hit. You
Okay.
run in, you start blasting him with punches, and the last one he is able to duck out of the way of.
We'll say because he has a katana, we'll just say they're all kicks. Just, you know.
Sure.
So he's all
You're-
Chun-Li in this shit.
Run up and do the helicopter bird kick.
Yeah,
Hold
just.
on, I mean,
Damn.
All right, so he'll do 3 of those, and then I think because of mirror image, he'll stay there, and he'll pass to Kelgaroth.
all right, Kelgaroth. Carnage will go ahead and spend another Paragon power here, and he's like, enough! And if you're within 30 feet,
Oh shit.
his body
Oh, shit.
explodes as a wave of symbiotic material just shoots out of him in almost every direction.
Oh, there we go.
I could have been
Half
just
damage.
Oh, Calgareth, you're not within it because you're 30 feet up and this is only a 30-foot radius. So you're like a whoop.
Yay!
Concentrate.
It's just like
All
tickling your feet.
I'm going to spend my remaining Vexpiration to try to bump that up a little bit. 2. All right, so take half.
All right, if you got above a 15, you take half. If you got below a 15, you're taking all of that, and you're as symbiotic material enters into your eyes. Oh, and you still have Fey
Okay.
Touched. That's classic.
I wish I
Okay.
could have deflected that. But not a
Don't
missile
worry.
attack.
You will get your opportunities. This guy loves to shoot missiles. All right, and we were passing to Calgareth. Calgareth, you're up. You see that this is a very dangerous opponent that you all have walked in on.
Well, Kelgaroth is a dangerous opponent. You know what he does? He flies straight into their face.
That's
And as he is flying, he will extend his sword forward, basically as he's flying, and little motes of darkness will shoot off of it and stick to Carnage. But don't really do damage, just kind of point at certain weak spots, I suppose. As I am casting Hexblade Curse on him.
I think Bless drops.
Oh no. Did you? Oh, you did fail your save.
Yeah, I think the DC was 13. I got on 11.
Oh no.
Oh,
I'm
it was
sorry,
a-
everyone who was
It
blessed.
was a free cast.
It's fine. I'm okay.
And then Kelgarath will make 2 slices with his Dark Sword. 1. That's
That hits.
I don't think it factors it in, but because of Hexblade Curse, he takes an extra 4 damage.
He seems to take all of that from your magical blade.
Alright, let's see one more. So, oh well, 10.
So you fly in, quickly go slash, slash. Now, when you did enter his space, he decided to use his deadly reach upon you.
Makes sense.
So he's going to make a single attack against you, and he is going to use his crushing grip as his hand turns into a large vice. He tries to snap it down upon you.
Hold on. Those
my God.
dark motes, those dark motes on his body might make him miss.
Ooh.
So this is a weird rules interaction.
Yeah, I don't know how you would
You
roll.
can use your to roll a d6 on 4 or higher. The attack misses you regardless of its roll. Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll it. Because of that line, on a 4 or higher, the attack instead misses you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
Nice.
gosh. So you think at the moment this thing is coming for your neck, but because of your hexes, you are able to dodge out of the way at the last moment.
Thank God. That would not have been pretty.
For just a fat 37 points of damage, or 47 on that one. Excellent.
Hey,
Calculate.
even when I'm not playing a Grave Cleric, I'm canceling your crits.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
It's
there we
every
go.
game.
But also, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Okay.
Okay, that's it. That's it for my turn. And I think I'm. Oh, I guess I'll pass to Colonel Jameson. That's the last
Absolutely.
person.
Well, Carnage will go ahead and use another Paragon power as he is getting pissed. He will use his Paragon power this time to actually do a multi-attack. He was playing nice with you all up to this point. But there's no more Mr. Nice Guy now. He will begin with a venomous strike against Dimitri.
What? Okay.
Oh, no.
Wow.
So I
Caleb's
hold
going
on.
for blood.
I first have
think
to
he
roll a d20 to see if it hits me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it hits a duplicate, and so now I only have 2 duplicates left. So one of the, as it hits, one of the Dimitri's just smiles as the attack passes right through and it disappears with like a shadowy middle finger, held up as it fades away.
That's perfect. All right, Carnage will miss you with his venomous strike. He will then make a blood frenzy against Kelgorath.
Yep.
Damn.
He misses that first one, but then he with the second. Ooh.
I'm gonna affect Spiration that. Is it, which die is it at this level?
You guys are level 10, so it's now a D10. So you could hit it.
Well, hopefully. Nope.
Nope.
Okay. So I'm gonna be frightened for a while. Where's frightened? Oh, there it is. And I took that damage.
Oh yes, and I need to fear because this is fear 5. It's bad. Okay, finally, he will target Kiryu. This is going to be with his crushing grip.
All right.
And can you give me a strength save or be grappled?
All right.
Oof. We're almost getting those. Oh, and Kelgrath, I owe you a boon because you rolled a natural 20 on your concentration check there.
Woo!
There's a boon for you. Oh my gosh.
That works.
As a warlock, that's crazy.
Hold up. I don't think I am already at full spell slots, so I guess I'll regain 10 hit points.
Oh yeah.
So, which is 15?
Yep, 5 plus APL, that's 15.
That's crazy.
All right, Colonel Jameson is going to spend another turn cutting out Manuela. And you see her get pulled out of the restraint. You see that her body is covered in wounds, and Colonel Jameson turns to point his knife at Carnage. He has acted. We will pass into the next round, clearing everyone's status. Passing to Inferno.
Okay. Inferno does not like this creature. Yeah. That's what. Inferno is going to kind of create a spark in their hand, and then we'll kind of just lob it underneath this creature. And for right now, it's going to cast bonfire right under.
Ooh.
I don't think it immediately. Oh, when you cast it, yeah, okay. So I need a dex save from this boy.
I believe I rolled it. He
Oh,
rolled
he
a
did.
27.
Fuck. Yeah, nothing happens. Cause cantrip. But he's still there. Gonna back up because that stupid explosion ability hit her from there. And fire going to I think he can hold action. So, she's gonna spend her bonus action to command Pyre. Pyre's gonna hold his action for a flame seed for when one of his Inferno's quote-unquote allies attacks this creature. I'll then pass it to. I'll pass it to Wick.
Fire, so good.
Their con save. Wow, he's never gonna get out of that poison.
Poisoned. All right, Wick, you're up.
All right, Wick is gonna move. We were talking about the crystals. There's nothing I can do with the crystal to utilize them, right?
They appear to just be a stalagmite made of some sort of amethyst.
Right, the wrong gun. Don't have bullets. Magic bullets. Couldn't shoot about magic bullets. What's a magic bullet?
He's gonna move back, still keeping eyes on ya boy. He's going to cunning action hide again. Yeah, that's a pretty low roll.
Carnage is looking right at you.
Ah, fudge. Man, I really want to control flames, but shouldn't do anything right now. He's still going to try to attack. He's going to do something crazy. He's going to be sharpshootering. So his first attack is going to be a -5, but it's going to add +10 to the damage roll if it hits. Here's the first assault rifle attack. That is a 15.
-5, that would be a 10, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I say 10 will miss.
Okay, well, he'll do it again, but he'll still sharpshooter. So a 21 -5 is a 16.
A 16 will miss.
Darn. And he'll just be like, and just move further back, another 20 feet, and get this way. That will be his turn, and he'll pass to Kilgrath.
All right, he will Paragon for the final time this round. And he will simply, because he wants to see what you guys got. I have to move your bonfire actor out of the way. I apologize. He's going to move out of your guys' threatened area because he's tired of this raccoon pinging at him.
Oh, right. He also gets a flame seed because someone attacked him.
The flame seed will hit.
You know what? I'm gonna cast a cantrip at it.
Oh, nice.
Give me an intelligence saving throw, sir. You make.
He fails.
Alright, so 6 psychic damage, and his next saving throw is bait.
Absolutely. And you hit him in the back of the head with your strike as he begins running towards Wick.
And I'll give him a magic kick in the butt too.
Excellent.
Nope. No, I don't.
Excellent. So as he is running over, who were you going to pass to there, Inferno?
I will pass to.
If I'm not mistaken, I was passing to Kilgrath.
You're passing to Calgarath? Sorry.
Right. I was like,
Yeah, sorry.
Me.
So Calgarath is not having a nice time. How can I get rid of fear potentially?
So fear goes down by 1 at the end of each of your turns, and if you can make the wisdom save, it will go down by 2.
Got it. So there's no like active way for me to deal with it.
If you had a spell like Calm Emotions or potentially like a Dispel Magic, you could use those to get rid of it immediately.
Or
They
if
look
you
like-
were a monk with stillness of mind.
They
Yes.
look like a hippie. Okay. I'm gonna guess move a little slightly to the side. Can I approach him?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Just because I don't remember if that part survives the change. Alright, so, well,
Oh yeah, you can approach him. You just have a bunch of minuses to your stuff.
yeah, so Kelgarath will approach him, but he's definitely somewhat shook. Okay, -5 to AC is no fun. Actually, he will not approach. He'll stay the distance, and he will instead try to weaponize that -d4 to saves, and will cast Blight.
Ooh,
It's
crap,
not high
okay.
DC, but you know.
Okay, and he's got to roll a d4.
Yeah, he still saves probably.
Yeah, so it's a 16, so he does succeed, but he will take 17 points of necrotic damage.
Alright. And that's it. Other than I'm gonna attempt a wisdom save.
Hmm.
Yeah, I guess I'll use my inspiration on this because I really need to get rid of it.
Oh yeah, it's terrible. And you can feel the shaking feelings of fear as you stare at this creature. And it's
Yeah, this
red
is not-
wriggling biomass.
Yeah, it's not something Kelgaroth is used to feeling. So wisdom save. Is that success or no?
A 16 is just below what you need. So
Okay,
you
then-
could succeed at a cost.
I'll use. Well,
You do have Expiration.
yeah, I think I'll use my second expiration and just get rid of a couple of stacks.
Absolutely. So instead of having Fear 4, you're now at Fear 3, which is a lot better than at Fear 5.
Indeed. And I'm gonna pass to Kiryu unless he steals.
He is indeed going to steal because he was damaged. All right, we will have Kelgrath having acted. Carnage will now act. He stares down at Wick and he says, "Finally, I get to have my hands on you, you little turd."
Batman! Batman! I'm just a harmless raccoon.
He will do his multi-attack, and you are missing some of your hit points. So because of Blood Frenzy, he has advantage on this attack.
Oh, I'm dead. Yep.
That's a 14 hit. I don't think
Nope.
that hits you.
Doesn't.
Okay,
Oh,
he
God.
will now use his Crushing Grip. That's a
That-
19 to
yep.
hit.
Definitely hits.
Can you give me a strength save against being grappled?
I'm sorry, let me take the 20 damage first. Ow. And then let me roll a concentration check. And nope. Yeah, okay. That's done. And a strength save. This is going to be great. Whoa!
A
Okay.
16 is enough. You were able to break out of his grapple. All right, he will make his final attack. A 22 to hit. As he... Oh, wait, that was his bloodshot. I apologize. He meant to use his Blood Frenzy. So...
Ow!
It's not the crit, it's just the 22, because that was the attack roll. So instead of taking the acid damage, you would take slashing damage, and can you give me a wisdom save?
Oh, I did 39 damage. Damn it. Wisdom save, you said?
Yep, against being
Yep.
frightened. Okay, you are not frightened. All right, that is going to be it for Carnage. He will go ahead and pass to Kiryu. Kiryu, you see that this guy is holding up your raccoon friend and punching him repeatedly in the face.
All right. Seeing that, Kiryu will glare at Carnage, and I'll go ahead and activate this as a bonus action. So what you see him do is you see him reach for his left shoulder with his right hand, and then you see in one smooth motion, he rips off his blazer and his shirt and just throws them away. And you see he is very well built, as you expected from earlier, but you see on his back is a very intricate tattoo of a dragon flying up into the air. And I'll go ahead and show you
This
what
is
that
what
looks
it
like real
was.
quick.
Oh my god! He's so jacked.
Does he do the peck to bounce?
Starts doing the Terry Crews.
Biggest dragon Chi-Chi's dance.
There we go.
Dragon Chi-Chi.
Absolutely.
All right, so doing that, we'll go ahead. So I'll go and equip it here. Boop. You see, the tattoo on his back does start glowing a bit, which activates Eldritch Maw, which basically means I can reach with melee attack within 15 feet and does an extra 1d6 force damage. Alright. So as he does, here you will bop forward here. Whoop.
Once again, you light up the darkness.
I can't
And I guess
see.
it's like, hey, And as Kiryu will over, it's like, "Hey, ugly, let him go." And then all of a sudden, you'll see the flavor it as sort of like ethereal fists sort of come out at Carnage, and then I'll go ahead and give 2 unarmed strikes against him.
Sure.
And I'll say, if one of those hits, you can just go ahead and grab that 3 force damage I rolled there. Doop.
Oh, that's a hit. And as you're dealing this extra force damage, it seems to bypass this creature's resistance to physical damage.
Alright, and then once more. Who?
That is another hit.
20. Alright, so roll that extra force. Do for another 4. Alright, bonus action, action, move. Alright, then I will go ahead and pass to Dimitri.
All right, Dimitri, what do you got for us here?
He will. He'll spend a couple of seconds as a free action to remind people,
I kind of need shadows around the bad guy to do some good stuff. So maybe, let me do something before you light everything up.
because I can't do anything. He's gonna stay where he's at and dodge.
There's some shade with your jokes.
Yeah, there we go.
Pilgrath, you get a inspiration.
Thanks.
Well, because my other option is to cast darkness that you guys can't see through, so that would suck too. So, I will doge, and and I guess I'll add mirror image back again. Gosh darn it! I don't know why doge is broken.
The convenient effects are not being nice at the moment.
No, they don't like each other.
Mm-hmm.
And that was action. And the bonfire's still going, right?
I was going to extinguish it. I think I could just drop it.
Okay, so if you've dropped it, then that the area around me is dark, right?
Unfortunately enough,
Colonel still has a torch. Son of a bitch. All right, I'm just gonna very obviously in the light walk around, and go here where it's dark, and just wait while I dodge, and that's my turn.
As you walked into Carnage's space, he will use his reaction for Deadly Reach to make a single melee attack against you as you enter it. He will attempt to make a venomous strike. This has disadvantage.
Okay, let me roll. Let me roll to see if it attacks the thingy. It won't hit the thingy, but let me see if it. Well, actually, I guess it doesn't matter because whether it hits me or the thingy, it still misses. So.
Okay. All right, and I believe
there is. I guess I'll pass to the Colonel.
Absolutely. The Colonel looks on,
and I'll tell him
says,
to put out his freaking torch.
He says, "If I don't have a torch, I can't see." As he climbs up the stairs with his assault rifle.
Humans.
He will make a multi-attack. He is going to target Carnage with his assault rifle, and he will fire once.
Doesn't work good.
He misses, and then he will fire a second one. That one hits, and as he hits, he will apply his martial advantage.
Ooh.
To deal some damage to the Carnage. Carnage screams in pain as the Colonel shoots him in the back. But we will go into the next round. All right, and Carnage is going to steal.
Uh-oh.
Okay, he will roll to see if he gets back his... He does, his symbiotic eruption. But he's going to save it for right now. All right, he's got a wick in front of him. He's going to do a multi-attack.
Hi, everybody.
He is going to start with his crushing grip. He wants to crush the life out of Wick. That's a 19.
That definitely hits. Full damage. Ow. Strain save.
Mm-hmm.
That's a natty 20. Give me that boon, baby.
Yeah, you're able to fight off his grip, and
Oh, great! I get 2d8 hit points.
2d8 plus
So-
10.
And then plus 10. I get 23 hit points back, so essentially he does no damage to me.
There we go. Carnage will walk out of your threatened square over this way to Pyre. And he's going to attempt to do his venomous strike against Pyre.
Damn it.
Sir, why?
Double nat one. And
Damn.
he will go ahead and use his Blood Frenzy.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
And I'm going to get a Wisdom save from Pyre.
Down to 2 hit points. That's a fail.
Oh no, he frightens them.
He did move out of my range.
Yep.
Kind of do want to use. I do have a bayonet on the assault rifle, so
Sure.
I am just gonna swing out in fear. It is a 23.
That does hit.
So it does 6 piercing.
All right, and then Carnage, because he's insane, he will use his bonus action to be aggressive, but he is actually going to run towards the Colonel. He will trigger an opportunity attack from you, Kiryu, as he runs
Alright.
towards the Colonel.
He's
With
moving
his
into
arms
that
up.
space. I guess he's also taking an attack from me as well.
Yep,
Alright.
that does hit.
All right. So it burns my reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Yeah, sure. She'll take a swipe at him. But that's okay.
Excellent. Okay, that was Carnage's turn. He regains his Paragon powers. Let's see.
He damaged fire, so he'll steal it. For Team Inferno.
Team Inferno.
Yeah, this boy's been doing quite a bit of damage. It's really.
Mhm.
Inferno's gonna cast 5th level Mass Cure Wounds.
Ooh.
Drop it down. That's 19. Push. Cast a healing spell. It's the worst off. I think they can only do it on.
I do a Kiryu?
Yeah. Kiri, you get an extra 6 from the enhanced bond and extra and the sickle. On top of that,
thank you.
On top of that 19. So at Pyre. Nope. Okay, so that's her action. She's going to then kind of back. Doesn't like that eruption thing. If it seems at all that this creature has that ability back. Fire. My poor boy. He's just going to take a flame seed shot at this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
No, not gonna happen. Alright, and then he's just gonna join Mama. Gosh, now he has to make what? Fucking con save and a wisdom save?
Yep.
Oh man. Alright, here's
This Carnage, he loves his debuffs.
apparently so.
If you've watched the comics, you know that this is true.
Alright.
Mm-hmm.
So poison's still going. And here it goes down by 1, does not go down by 2, right?
That's correct.
Okay, so he's at fear 3. that's it for us. I'll pass it to Colonel Johnson or Jameson because that does not look like a very safe place to be right now.
Absolutely. As Colonel Jameson is getting past you, he's holding his gun up. Carnage is going to use a Paragon power. He will target the Colonel, and he will use Bone Crusher.
Oh,
The Colonel is missing his hit points. So Carnage's Blood Frenzy comes into play, and he takes a lot of damage. As the Colonel is now bloodied. And he's got to make a strength save. He is not knocked prone. The Colonel will look to you all and say, "We need to put him down quick!" And he will disengage.
Just as a quick reminder, is this like the whole Rick Flag situation? And if he dies, we're all dead.
You look at that at the handle on that thing, and you get the feeling that it might be a dead man switch.
Okay.
Well, it's good life.
The Colonel
Got a lot of fires.
is pushing his back against these rocks. He doesn't know if he can survive another hit like that. Let's see. He's going to go ahead. He's got to pass it to Kiryu.
All right. Let's see. 15 feet. All right, I'll go ahead. He's still within my range with my 15 feet, so I'll hang here for the moment. All right, I am going to go ahead and sacrifice my second attack, do just one, so I can throw out a haymaker.
Okay.
All right, here. So I get one attack, and if it hits, that does that extra damage. All right.
And it would also add your extra force damage, correct?
Yep, and then I'll roll my Eldritch Maul force damage. Yes! So it's like, yeah, you basically see him, like, his fists wind up, the ethereal energy rests on it, and you just see his fist launch out and just hit him, like, right in the jaw.
And with that, you see a bunch of his teeth fly against the wall, embedding themselves into the stone.
Kiryu will then glare at him and say, "You do not fuck with the dragon of Dojima."
Carnage will respond, "I can't even pronounce some of those words."
Alright, then, let's see here. I have, let's see, you're still in my bonus action, but I'll just go ahead and top myself up with go ahead and chug a potion. Ooh, nice. Alright. And then I will go ahead and pass to Wick.
I think
Hit me.
I was trying to read through my enhanced bond and the mystical thing. I think it's applied to that final total. So I think everyone else also gets 6 hit points.
Oh, cool.
I feel a little better.
Guns aren't working, so he just holsters his gun, very upset. These aren't good.
You got the flame tail.
I mean, yeah, I also have 20 bombs, so I could just be annoying. Let's see. Yeah, I got the flame tail, so I think he's gonna just keep going with the flame tail. So he's going to kind of whip around and fling another firebolt at this creature. Ooh, that's a 14 though.
14 is
but I've
pretty
got
close.
I got a Faxpiration, which is a D10, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll do a D10. Yeah, 24 definitely hits. And then just to make sure, okay, I didn't get a 1 on any of those. Good to know. And then as a bonus action, he's gonna just step behind, and he's gonna like try to hide behind those rocks. He's scared. You don't like him. Ooh.
He knows exactly where you're at.
Yeah, I tried climbing on the crystal and it didn't work. I don't have anything else. Trying to think. Nope. Yeah, that's it. I'll pass to Kelgarath.
Right, Elgrad, this creature will use a Paragon power. And he says, Manny, your friends are really no fun. I think I just might better finish you off. And he'll use his Paragon power to move towards Manny.
Oh.
And that's it. It is your turn.
Kelgarath will look at Colonel Jameson and kind of ask, does she have to leave?
He looks at you and he says, for our mission objectives. No,
No, like
but
for our freedom.
yes. And he looks at you and he says, it wasn't in the dossier that she has to live, but we should save her life.
Ah, fine. And he's going to stroll towards Carnage.
Mm-hmm.
And as he's walking, he will drop concentration from the fly spell, and instead cast no, not Thaumaturgy. Spirit Shroud.
What?
And did we get anything about Carnage being like resistant or vulnerable to cold, necrotic, or radiant? We know fire.
You know fire and then sonics.
Okay. So I guess Kelgarath will just go with his style, so do necrotic.
Mm-hmm.
And that's gonna apply on every attack. So swipe.
17 is a hit.
Okay, so he takes 12 slashing plus 4 from the curse, and then plus I guess 4 necrotic from the spell.
The 20.
20. Oh lord, he's bloodied. And second swipe. Oh come on, give me 19.
That is a hit.
Okay, and this time he takes, so that's 10, 14, and 2d8 for the necrotic. So 28 total.
28 damage. Excellent. And waiting for you to end your attack routine, you did enter a space within 15 feet, so he will try to crush your bones.
That normally would hit. Oh, actually, yeah, shield won't even help, so I guess I'll try to once again Armor of Hexes.
Right, let's see it.
Yeah, he doesn't.
He misses you. You're able to deflect his attack using your magic. And Carnage basically yells, "What is this bullshit? Who are you? You're
I'm your
cheating."
deathmate.
Yours says.
Alright, that's my turn. I'm gonna pass to... let's say I'm gonna pass to Dimitri.
Okay, Dimitri will like super quickly run like with his 55 movement speed and get all the way down to here.
Mm-hmm.
And finally in shadow.
Yeah, it's finally dark.
He's like, oh, about time. Which, funnily enough, didn't need this time. But he's going to do his pop-ups. So 4 attacks, because I'm going to use Flurry of Blows for another key point. So first one, and again, 2 for flanking.
Oh,
Uh, 15 doesn't hit, does it?
15 will miss, and Kalgrath, you go down to fear 2.
All right, second attack. Wow, I am not having a good day. Flurry of blows. And let's see if the last attack hits.
With your friend Wick in the party, it's more like furry of blows.
You stop that.
Finally. All right, the
Wick,
last one.
Who are you talking to?
There's something in the air.
Yeah.
That voice.
3 bad kicks and finally 1 hits.
Yes, your final kick lands true on Carnage's red biomass. And he looks at you and he says, well, here's a tasty treat to go along with my main course. Let's see what I can swallow out of you.
And the only one who hasn't gone is, I guess, Manuela.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'll pass to her.
Yeah, she will go, and she looks at you all and she says, I gotta get out. I gotta get out of here. She will use a cunning action. To disengage. She will then, because she still has her gun, she will turn around and she says, time to blow you away. And she will fire her assault rifle. That is a hit, and it triggers her sneak attack.
Nice.
Carnage yells in pain as she shoots him in the back. Let's see, and that's her action. And our boy Dream Shade has gone. Kelgaroth is gone. So we're going to go into the next round, round 5. Carnage is going to steal. All right, with his turn, he will drop another symbiotic explosion.
Yikes.
Low damage, of course. Only on 24 on 8d6. Your 2 NPC allies will make their dex saves. Each... Ooh. Manuela has something to report that she will use evasion to take no damage.
Perfect.
Carnage screams in dismay that this is happening. He says, no, no, you all are supposed to die. That's how this works. And
Hey.
you get a boon.
Oh, do our reactions come back on the start of the turn, or...
Start of your turn.
Yep, the start of your turn.
Yeah, not the round.
Okay, so I can do it, actually.
But I'm just gonna say because it's dope as hell because it's so clutch. Somehow your reaction was back.
No. Bless the gods of this world. Anyway,
Huh?
let's hit him, I guess. So the usual deal. That's 11 plus 4 plus 8. 24.
Gosh. So 2 other allies can make attacks.
You guys, I don't mind trying to hit.
Go for it.
All right.
Do it.
All right, I get a +2 at least.
There we
About
go.
time. 25.
If no one else wants to take it, Manuela will shoot at this guy with her AR-15.
And just to get a reminder, that is magical bludgeoning, if that matters.
It does.
Because my kicks be magic, yo.
She also gets to add sneak attack. Carnage screams in pain. Okay. He will go ahead and pass. Kiryu.
All right. All right. I'll go ahead and move closer, and as I pass, say, it's Calderon. Cover the Colonel. He looks like he's in bad shape.
You're right.
All right. Let me check my distance here. Doop. All right. Perfect. All right. I'll go ahead and do target. All right. Then go ahead and pop out unarmed strike.
Well, that hits.
All right. Small damage. I'm not sure if I hear, but with my tattoo, that does make my melee attacks magical for bypassing any resistances.
Right.
All right. All right. Then second attack.
Oh, that's
Nice.
a big hit.
And once more. All right, and since I haven't busted this out yet, you just see Kiryu will roar out, and I will go ahead and use my action surge.
Delicious.
Perfect time for it.
All right. So let's go ahead and pop off 2 more attacks here.
That hits.
All right.
As you're just running in and throwing down the punches now. A
Bam,
15
bam, bam, bam.
is pretty close.
That was 15.
Ooh.
See what? Do I want to? I'll tell you what. I haven't here. I will go ahead and succeed at a cost there.
Absolutely. Okay.
Attacks against you deal extra damage equal to your proficiency bonus. All right, I'll run with it. And when I went ahead and deleted it, so yep, I'll just go ahead and roll again. 4, 5. All right. And it's like, yeah, I'd say that last one, you see Kiryu will just sort of like lean forward and just ethereal headbutt. Then I will, since we're in the new round, I will go ahead and pass to Dimitri.
All right, Dimitri, this bad boy is going to use a Paragon power. He's going to start throwing out attacks. He's going to start with Kelgaroth. Let's see if he can get it. He's going to try to crush your bones. Are you missing any of your hit points?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so that is a critical hit for 36 points of damage.
Yikes.
Sad.
And can you give us a strength save against getting knocked prone?
Well. Okay, at least that went well. And strength save. I mean, I'm probably going prone. Do I want to succeed at the cost?
You could here if you wished.
Nah, it's fine. He's getting advantage anyway.
Absolutely. All right, he will turn to Dimitri. Dimitri, he's going to try to grab you by the throat.
So let's see if he attacks one of my duplicates, hopefully, because I still got 2 of those.
That's true.
Before I roll this d20, I could add Faxpiration to it if need be, right?
Sure.
Okay. Which is good, because I will need to do that.
Mm-hmm. Because you got two guys of 2 left.
Come on, 4 or higher.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So now I got 1 guy left. As once again he tries to choke a duplicate, and it just gives him the middle finger and a wink.
Excellent. All right. He will do his final attack against Dimitri.
Oh, damn it.
A venomous strike, but it's only a 14. But
That
a
will
14
miss.
hit. Yeah, I don't even think it would hit your duplicate, would it?
No, because duplicate has what is it? Is it?
It's actually pretty low AC.
It is low, but I think it might be 10 plus 4. It might be 14. Let me look. Spell is mirror image is 10 plus my dex mod, which is 14. So let me roll a. Hopefully, I roll low. So if I roll an 11, my last duplicate goes away. So hopefully, I roll below an 11.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, what a time to get a nat
Yeah.
1.
Thankfully, I still have my last duplicate.
Oh, there you go.
It seems the shadows are not on your side. Duh.
Okay, and he looks to you and licks his lips as he's saying almost. All right. Who was being passed to?
I think it was me.
Yep.
So my reaction is back. Boop. And yeah, we're just gonna do all 4 hits again. So first 2 attacks. 23 to hit.
That hits.
Second attack. Motherfucker. Okay, so that's a miss. I'll spend a key point. Flurry of blows. Yeah. And then last attack
You
of that.
tricked.
Oh, fuck. Okay, well, 2 out of 4. Could be worse.
Mhm.
Let me make sure my key point got spent.
All right, and who do you pass to?
I will pass to Wick.
What am I doing? What's going on?
She's gonna weep and see all of the crazy things that are happening. And knowing that his beloved assault rifle is not working the way he wants it to work, he's gonna bonus action hide using cutting action.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
You're hidden.
Oh yeah. Spell Firebolt at advantage. Yeah. That is beautiful. A natural freaking 20. And hey, there's something in there that I have to mention. Fire affinity. When you reroll damage for the spell you cast, fire damage, you could reroll any roll of 1 on the fire damage die, but you use a new roll even if it's another 1. So a D10,
Excellent.
you can reroll that for 4. So that does 14 plus 20. So 34 damage fire.
So tell me, what's it look like as you deal 34 points of damage to Carnage and drop him below 0 hit points?
Well, I know that I'm not supposed to kill him, but I think just the really, I got it. Oh my God, Wick. So Wick's tail just ignites in fire, in flame. He almost like he's hurting. Just kind of does like the bend over, head between the legs, and points his tail at Carnage. The firebolt goes off and just creates like a miniature bonfire around him, like not necessarily trying to incinerate him, but just like basically setting him ablaze. He's just laughing hysterically. And I mean, to add insult to injury, I mean, bugs are also going around controlling the flame. So
You see
just
that-
lots and lots of fire.
His body starts to waver and starts to wane as he starts to drop to a knee. Dimitri, do you do anything with your symbiote collection unit?
Yeah, as soon as I see the symbiote start to like pull away, I'll try to scoop it up like, you know, a kid collecting a bug. And I'll use my shadow morph if I need to, you know, if it tries to be tricksy.
Or so you collect the symbiote into the glass tube. Cletus falls to the ground. And with that, the combat ends. Jameson runs up and starts putting handcuffs on him. Starts pulling him up by his naked body because he doesn't have any clothes on underneath the symbiote. He looks to you all and says, "This one isn't getting away."
Yay!
And he nods. And
Hey,
you
how
all
about a kiss for the heroes, no?
She looks to you, Manuela does. And she goes to lean in to give you a kiss.
Mhm.
Do you lean in to try to get a kiss back?
Yeah.
Can I
yeah, he
interrupt
does.
it?
As
Can I
you
interrupt it?
do
Yes.
so, you feel a middle finger being pressed into your lips.
I got touched.
Kiryu, still standing there, half naked, just sort of like rolls his eyes.
Perhaps another time then.
Naked body of Cletus Cassidy, held unconscious by Jameson. He looks to you while he says, "Let's get back to the plane. I've had enough."
Do we gotta? It's so high. There's
He
no
nods.
fire.
He says,
Oh.
"Back on the plane, everyone." As he shakes his hand at you all. I'll remember what you did tonight.
Wick, like,
You got a
holds up his
dangerous
hands.
person off the face of the earth, and an even more dangerous alien.
Wick holds up his hands with little grabby hands.
Tired.
Can someone give the raccoon a ride, please?
Come here, Trash Panda.
Yeah.
And he'll try to pick up Wick. Like, afraid he's not going to get burned though. But if he doesn't get singed, he'll pick him up.
Oh, it's like a warm, like a like those warm hand heaters. It's like
yeah.
that.
Okay.
He's very happy. He's like, new friends, friends.
And one by one, you guys can all exit the mine to head back to the cargo plane. Are there any last pieces of conversation that you wish to have as you are exiting?
I would say, as we're walking out, Kiryu just doesn't bother trying to find his blazer or his shirt. He's just walking around shirtless the whole time.
Nice.
Well, is it-
What are you going to do without your leisure suit, Larry?
My name is not Larry. My name is Kiryu.
But the joke. Oh, never mind.
Well, we all should be that we're not allowed to kill each other, and that Wick was to deal with that creature. I was considering putting a circle of fire around it and burn.
I would like that.
As Wick falls asleep, cradled.
Perhaps
just
it is
like-
good that you didn't then, Cinderella.
No. You need me to take care of your boo-boo?
I am fine. But I will not lie, that healing you did was very handy. Because I didn't have to spend a single healing spell. That was cool.
Yeah.
Well, lucky enough, orders were to keep you all alive, so I did my part. And we'll just turn and just float after military people.
Absolutely.
Oh, just because I think it would be funny as hell. Dimitri is going to take out a little sheet of paper, and you just see him look at it in his hand, and there's something he wrote on it. With anyone with a we'll say a decent perception over whatever my sleight of hand is. You'll see what he writes, and then he'll have it magically fold up into a shape of a crane, and then fly to the colonel.
Ooh. When did my passive
when he-
22 see?
When he opens it up, what does he see?
Yeah, anyone with I guess above a 16 would see what he wrote, and he wrote a this.
Nice.
Well done.
Now, of course, it flies to him, and then this is the origami cantrip, obviously, and then magically unfolds, and that's the message that's on top.
Does he turn around to look at
He
us?
does. So the colonel, he turns around and he looks to you all. And he's like, "Cute,"
Kill you.
and he looks up to the sea. He looks up to the sky, and he says, "Have you guys all noticed something about the moon tonight?"
No.
And you all turn up and look. The moon is a strange color. It's the color of red with black outline. He's like, "Is it supposed to look like that? I've never seen it look like that."
It's pretty.
Oh, Mr. Military. And Burner will kind of float up behind them and kind of lead in. Your man, Barry, it was full of shit. He knew that place was going to crumble. You keep an eye on him, not just us.
He turns and says, "Where is Barry?" And you see the colonel starts to grab at his chest. And his breath starts to become haggard.
Healing word.
Wow.
Yeah, go. You can cast Healing Word if you wish.
Yeah, healing word on the colonel,
I
because
don't
I still
want
got
to.
spell slots.
I don't want to have to cast Greater Restoration on this fool.
He says, "What is..." And he starts to tear open his shirt. And you see that from underneath his skin, a red glow is coming out of his breast, out of his chest.
Oh fuck! I will cast Greater Restoration. I don't know if this is gonna work then.
He looks at you and he begins to almost like begin to vomit as a stream of black liquid leaves his mouth.
Ew.
His nails begin to grow. His face starts to elongate and break. His clothes begin to rip. And as
I
he
swear
does
the
so,
paper with the note was just a joke.
Oh.
he stares at you
Oh.
as his teeth grow out of his mouth, long and lupine. His eyes stare at you.
Good puppy.
And you guys have completed the one that got away as members of Task Force C. Standing on top of the mining building, you see a smiling Barry Gleason. Thank you all for...
Assuming Greater Restoration
How?
doesn't console this.
Oh, actually, technically it would, wouldn't it? Because it.
I mean, I
it also
guess
does
like can't be
diseases.
as a curse, but like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It could be a little bit more.
Oh well, it doesn't fit in the story.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Unfortunately enough, it is not a curse. Kind of. Anyways, thank you all for playing. Like I said, this was my first attempt to adapt a storyline that was not from a tabletop role-playing game into a tabletop role-playing game. This is from a line of comic books that came out in 2016 under the Carnage line, and I had a lot of fun. I am very glad that we all got to play, and I am very glad that you guys all made villainous characters living in a villainous world.
Mhm.
I
was
enjoyed
very
it. Thanks,
fun.
Caleb.
That was very
Everybody, I
fun.
hope I wasn't too much of a dick.
Nah.
But I
Oh
mean,
no, you were good. It was a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was-
That could have been way more wiry, but I toned it down.
Yeah. Oh, I think Wick was awesome. I loved it.
Yay! Yeah.
So, and I don't know if you guys are comic book enthusiasts, but So Colonel John Jameson is the son of J. Jonah Jameson, known for telling everyone about how much he wants pictures of Spider-Man.
Yeah, he went to the moon.
Yes, he did go to the moon. On the moon, he found something. What that something is, you would have to see in Task Force C Part 2.
Task Force D?
Oh no.
He's nuts.
Well, everybody, I'm glad that you guys enjoyed it. If you guys have any feedback for me about the adventure or anything that I could do to try to make the adventure better, please let me know so that I can apply that to future adventures or future one-shots that I run. I would love to run another adventure for this group in this setting at some point. I think it would be fun, especially now that we cliffhangered you guys by turning Colonel Jameson into the Man Wolf.
I thought the men like him were called the bear, not the wolf.
Oh no.
Yeah, the trash panda versus the werewolf. Do it. Yeah.
Cool. Well, guys, I hope you guys have a good rest of your evening and then a good weekend. Back next week at this time will be Rime of the Frost Maiden, continuing their harrowing adventurers. Cool. Any announcements from anybody? Otherwise, we can adjourn.
This is really fun.
I'll warn you, never reef surface a pool. It's expensive.
That sounds expensive.
Oh, it's a nightmare. Yeah.
Thanks to all in chat that were hanging out and watching. And if any of you guys have feedback for me, please send me that over the Discord if you are friends with me on Discord.
Thank you for the game. It was amazing.
Tomorrow, it's already 12, so this morning, Saturday, we don't have Red Handed Doom because Crash is still on vacation. But we will release on my channel that you're watching now. Words.
Very smooth.
Very smooth. It's like I do. It's like I do
silk.
this. It's like I do this. We will be back Sunday morning for Daybreak, and then
Excellent.
and then I think Mythic.
Yeah, definitely watch Daybreak because it could be a TPK.
Man, what session ain't that?
I know.
Love it. All right, gentlemen, I'm going to adjourn for the evening and go get some rest. I hope you guys do the same. I'll see you guys.
Thanks for hanging, Orf.
After that.
Thanks, everyone.
My pleasure. Bye, guys.
All right. Good game. Good night, everybody.
Yeah,
Yep.
good game.
Good night.
Thanks everyone for tuning in. Catch you next time.